Welcome to the Wild Magic Podcast Season 1, The Rise of the Shine Brigade. This episode contains explicit language not suited for sprouts, tots, or toadstools. Trigger warnings and music credits can be found in the description below.
Welcome, Shine Brigade, to another day in Sunflower City. Last time, you, the Shine Brigade, took a bit of a vacation. There was a lot of hijinks involved, a crazy fish on the loose, alcohol, spray painting, but all of you got to take a moment away from the tedium of everyday life to rest, relax, and make some new experiences. We find you, the Shine Brigade, in the Shine compound. The vacation has winded down. Some of you have tans, some of you sunburns. Michael?
It's a giant red circle. There's a handprint on his back where he tried to sunscreen himself, but it's just a white handprint. The rest is all red.
Oh.
Yeah.
He tried.
There was an attempt,
And you, the Shine Brigade, have been asked by the Toymaker to meet him in his laboratory. While you're at the Shine compound, is there anything that you'd briefly like to do?
How far after those times?
I'd say it's probably been 1 or 2 days. You've had time to sleep and get your life back on track.
I think Griff's. I'm just in my room, on my phone, and just like texting very mysteriously. And I've been in there all day, just texting somebody.
That somebody is texting you back a lot too.
Riz.
E-X-T-I.
Yes, S-E-X.
Oh, the Toymaker needs me? Well, and I'll kind of solemnly put my phone in my pocket. I'll back to work, I guess. And I'll start heading downstairs.
Michael has also been spending a lot of time in his room. He's kind of doing some home improvements at the moment. The backyard is just littered with materials. It looks like it's a giant project. But seeing the notification that we're supposed to meet with the Toymaker, I think Michael will kind of sigh and toss his stuff off to the side, say, I'll get this done eventually, and heads down to meet up with everyone else.
Coming up from the beach day, you see Anise coming into her room with her, whatever luggage she brought or whatever, putting stuff away with like a small smile on her face, and then she turns while putting her stuff away and notices the sunflower sword hanging on the wall where it's been placed, and the slight smile that she's been wearing kind of drop into a slight frown, cheerful. And eyes droop a little bit, and shortly after that finishes cleaning her stuff up, and then texts her family and hurriedly makes her way out back to home for the next couple of days. And so then she arrives a few days later at the call of Ubilfar. She arrives.
Nice.
Rek sends out a single text to Ray saying, "We need to talk."
Oh, no!
He takes the cleats that had previously cleared cleats, ties them around his like tool belt, and makes his way downstairs.
That's so ominous.
Delilah's been pretty scarce around the Shine compound, and there have probably been brief moments where you pass her in a common area and she's plucking away at her base or she's scribbling something into a journal. But for the most part, she's either been in her room and there's been loud music coming out of there, or she's been away. But she also shows up around the same time as everyone else.
Okay, so you all make your way down to the Toymaker's laboratory. You see that he's sort of set up this room with a large blast shield. So to you, the Shine Brigade, he faces. So, the Shine Brigade, welcome. It's good to see you again.
Is this gonna take a long time? I kind of have something to get back to.
Oh,
Me too.
Well, It doesn't have to take a long time. I've actually developed a couple tools for you to use if you're interested.
We would, be very interested. We all have time for this. There is nothing else more important in any of our days.
I can make
Y'all
time
rude.
for tools.
Y'all rude.
Recklin and Michael are absolutely right. We'll take all the time we need. We want to learn how to do this right and do it well, don't we?
Thank
And
you, yeah.
we'll do it efficiently.
Well, let's not go too far.
Right, Recklin. I think you might like this. We've actually gotten in touch with HVAC bad boy Rick Green. He's collaborated on a small HVAC system for you that we think could really enhance your abilities.
Oh?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, an assistant brings over this cooler, kind of flips it open. There's like that effect of dry ice where like smoke comes out of it. You look inside of the small ice box, and it is perfectly room temperature. You don't know how. There's like low-key dry ice in there that's been, melting away, but...
Sweet sunflower above. I didn't realize my eyes could perceive such beauty, but it appears they're capable of it.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind bringing out your Shine transformation.
Yes. Oh, God, it's almost embarrassing to put such a paltry thing in the presence of this beautiful machine, and Recklin transformed reverently. Oh my goodness, yes, this is... Oh, yeah, how does this hook up? What do I do? I'm so overwhelmed.
Yes, we...
I'm shaking. Oh my god, my heart's fluttering. I don't think I've ever felt this uncomfortable. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yes, we were hoping for a little bit of input. We thought maybe it could hook up to the center console of your costume, if that would work okay with you.
I like that. Because it's like I'm the HVAC, and that's what I've been figuring out too, independently, and he found it out too. This has worked perfectly. Yes. Yeah, we hook it up there. And then I could get a little, a Python connector over there. I think that thing was real nifty. Oh, man. And he made that out of aluminum? Aluminum's terrible for that. But in this context, I think it worked perfectly because it's so terrible for its job that it actually heats up that other thing. Wow, this is some next level stuff.
His methods were unconventional. We communicated through a bottle that I threw in the ocean.
Yeah, no. that sounds about right. Yeah, and he gets back to you, man. You think I'm hard to communicate with, man? That man.
Is that just like a thing with HVAC employees that you...
Once you start getting, to a certain level, I know a bunch of technicians. They're really into carrier pigeons. I know one guy uses smoke signals.
This is why the AC has been out of the shop for 5 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want the best, at least get yourself a little messenger pigeon. They're not that hard to train.
I'm not training a messenger pigeon.
Okay, well then you're not gonna get the best HVAC. I'm sorry, some things in life are like this.
You mean you can't just text or email?
No, and sometimes I'm embarrassed to even reply to text professionally sometimes. It makes me look cheap.
Surely to have cultivated such a presence, these people must be on social media.
Oh, we only meet at our own internal conferences, which are done exclusively during the eclipse. This is the way. I'm sorry.
Figure out the location if you can't talk to each other.
Just sometimes you'll meet someone on the street and they'll give you an odd sign and mention an odd direction, and you'll kind of compile through these series of strangers that there might be a meeting at the eclipse in this location. It's all very esoteric. I shouldn't be telling you this. Anyway.
Don't tell me. You follow where the wind blows?
When you find the area of perfect cooling and heating, you'll find it, you'll feel it, and you'll know that's where you're supposed to meet.
Recklin, if you wouldn't mind stepping into this test chamber.
Yes, absolutely. My goodness, thank you. I shouldn't have been saying all that.
So it is designed to, maybe it's better that we demonstrate.
Okay.
First, try using one of your flame abilities.
All right.
Yes, attune with the red shine.
Red shine. 3, 2, 1. Tiny lift off.
Yeah, you see that your flames seem to blaze a little bit hotter, just like a little bit brighter. They seem to have a little bit more punch behind them.
Okay.
He says, all right, now that that's done, try casting one of your colder spells.
Man. Ooh, I'm a little rusty on that one. I really like that fire. Yeah, but okay.
Use violet light if you have something.
Okay. I'll just hold on. Let me just... Sorry, that switch is a little rusty. Alright, yeah, the cool one. I don't use it too often. It gets sticky. I shouldn't use sticky hands with this. I should clean off my hands more frequently before I go into battle. It sticks it all up, and okay, I stick it off, and then I cast it. Alright,
I feel like a niece might have some wet wipes for you if you ever need them.
No, I don't like them. They're not environmentally friendly.
Okay.
They're awfully practical, though.
No. The rain will get it. Yeah, just in violet light. 1, 2, 3, not lift off.
Yes, you just once again see that the ice this time seems to be more powerful than usual. You haven't used it in a while, so maybe that's just you getting stronger in general, but basically the way that this works, this is a small functional HVAC unit that switches between red light and violet light every round.
Okay.
So one, it's red light and it does plus 1d10 damage to the hot or cold spell depending on which you
Oh,
yeah.
that's sick.
And then round 2, does it?
Yeah, so round 1, if you start with fire, round 2 it's cold, round 3 it's fire, and so on and so forth.
That's gonna be fun to keep track of.
Yeah, TM is like, stop using fire, please. I'm like, but fire, good. I love fire.
Good.
Okay.
That's amazing.
This whole arsenal of spells to use, and you're like, my test spells are lift off and not lift off.
Michael, if you don't mind, summon your 1 or 2 of your turrets.
Sure, yeah. Michael will go ahead and assemble the symbol monkey, taking the parts out of his bag of holding, and make the little symbol monkey. Put Hank the Tank next to him as well.
Yes, we've been working with some of the engineers in Paradise now that things have gotten up and running there again. We've developed this synthetic oil that you might be interested in. It's infused with orange light. Here, let me give it to you. Try just infusing it with your machines and see what happens.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Hands you sort of this, like, the gasoline canister.
It's perfect. Michael opens up the oil cap that is on Hank the Tank, ready to accept new oil, pours in the synthetic, and he's gonna wait and watch and see how Hank reacts.
Is the oil cap on the end of his nose?
Aww.
It is now.
Okay, so this is the synthetic oil, Michael. You have 3 different turrets. All of them work in d8s, so basically when using the synthetic oil, they get plus 1d8 to the stated effect.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So you have Hank the Tank out. Is that your ballistic one?
That is homunculus.
That is okay. Yeah, you see that the gears are running faster. Their mechanical parts seem to just be working better in general.
Is he making a more robust noise?
No.
There's so much orange light going.
No, sorry, 1 second. It's kind of like an electric vehicle where they make less noise, actually.
They have to add a noise
yeah,
so that people know that
exactly.
you're driving towards them because
Right.
they're too quiet.
Running so well now.
Anyway, please, I'm so sorry. Do go on.
There's so much orange light going through him. I mean, he's haywire. What is this stuff?
It's just a oil that we've infused with orange crystals.
You're kidding me. It was that easy?
It was a little more complicated than that, but that's sort of the layman's explanation.
I can't believe I never thought about that. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Of
I
course,
appreciate
yes,
it.
that's my job. Delilah, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, what's up?
Could you bring out your bass guitar, please?
Delilah grabs her bass. Yeah, it's slung over her back.
We've developed this personal amplifying device that we think you might find interesting. He pulls out sort of this like very small amplifier. It's been shrunken down to basically be retrofitted onto your bass. And could you do that thing where you throw your bass and have it hover around for a bit?
Yeah, so Delilah will throw the bass guitar over at a distant spot.
You throw it. Now, would you... There's this ability that you have, and I don't remember exactly what it's called. You do this thing with pittering and then blooming or something like that.
Yeah, I can give that a go, and Delilah channels both the yellow and blue shine with her. She doesn't really have anything to hit with it.
Yes, but as you sort of cast it, what happens is that it casts at the location of the bass.
Oh, cool.
The way that this works, this portable amplifier works, is that your bass will now emit a melody when it arrives at the location that automatically casts Wither and Bloom at the start of your turn.
The start of each of my turns?
Yes, the start of each of your turns.
At second level?
Yes, at second level, you can't upcast that. It doesn't take up a spell slot.
Wow.
Oh, cow. I guess we really are superheroes.
Okay, Griffin, can I see some of your microbots, please?
Why?
Well, there's a software that we've been developing in-house that we think might enhance the way that you can use them in battle.
You want to put new software on my microbots?
But if that's okay with you, if that's not okay, we can not do that.
No, it's fine. It's just, give me a minute. And then I take one out of my bag. Listen, the toy maker's a very, very nice man. He's not gonna hurt you, okay? You're not gonna hurt him?
No.
See?
No.
See? Okay. You'll be back soon, and I'll hand him over.
Hey, Anise, is a software update, if they're kind of sentient, is it kind of like it's dying?
No, don't say
I'm sorry, no, I should have said that.
I'm not like
Like a
a
Rainbow
computer
Bridge situation.
maybe it is kind of like the Rainbow Bridge. I mean, like you're the same person. It's the same everything,
Well,
right? They just have different instructions. It's something like that.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. That's how software works,
it was
right?
lovely meeting. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced, but it
Michael,
was
is
lovely.
that how software works?
I have a very loose understanding of the whole computers thing. Motorized is better anyway.
Yeah, it was lovely working with you. Look forward to meeting your future clones.
I mean, my phone got an update last night, and it seems the same to me.
It's dead.
So the toy maker uploads new software into your bots, and the swarm side sort of moves over into the blast room, and suddenly you see exact clones of yourself appear out of small little nanobots.
Whoa, is that really what I look like? It's so...
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh my god, I need a haircut. Why did no one tell me?
We've all just been a little bit, distracted with our own issues, I think.
It comes off totally differently in a mirror.
You're so young. It's a different.
Yeah, I thought you were going for like a kind of a mullet, but couldn't quite pull off a mullet look. But
I grew my hair out when I was your age, too.
Oh no.
Look, college is just a great time to try new things, and that's okay.
How did you even get the software to be able to do that?
Just a lot of iteration and work, and we have the most brilliant staff out of anybody in the entire city. So
I am definitely gonna have to go look at that later.
yeah, Griff, you can now cast Mirror Image as a bonus action once per day.
That is so sick.
Yep.
As soon as you said clones, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Carmen, are they sentient?
Is a clone of me still nice?
No, Griff, no.
It has the same
You
everything.
made yourself and now you killed yourself.
Am I the clone?
No, Griff.
Oh, God.
Which one of us is the real Griff?
Oh my god, no.
We just have a
You
scene.
nano
Recklin has a
Griff or
gun.
true Griff.
That's gonna be our
Recklin has a
finale.
freaking gun. I can't decide. You gotta tell me. How am I supposed to know?
One of them solid metal, the other one's
It's impossible.
Anise, Toymaker turns to you. Anise, so we were thinking that maybe it was time for you to start wielding the sunflower sword.
I mean, that's a bit of an heirloom, right? Something. Have you talked to Triple P about that? I don't know how you
Yes,
feel.
Triple P was the one who suggested it, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. I don't really know super well how to wield a sword.
Well, have you tried messing with it at all?
I mean, okay, no, I put it up on the wall, but other than that, I mean, you guys all saw Richard the way he was. I haven't been able to get myself to use it.
Well, if you change your mind, let us know.
If Triple P says it's okay, then, I mean, what do you all think?
I think that sword is yours. You have every right to wield that sword.
It's a heavy burden, and I couldn't ask you to wield it. The burden of it is heavy, but so is our duty to the city, these people, to what that sword stands for what that sword fought for what Richard fought for with it. It's a heavy burden. I know you could shoulder it, but it's not something I can ask you to shoulder.
I think Richard wanted you to have it, plus it matches your outfit or whatever.
The outfit is a good point.
Think about how good it will be for PR to be holding that thing out. There's no better symbol of the Shine than the sunflower sword.
Look, if you all think that it's worthwhile, and if it will help us do what we need to do and to protect people, I can go get the sword. Mr. Toymaker, is there anything you had to tell me about the sword?
I think that Triple P would maybe do a better job of that than me.
Okay. I'll make sure to talk to him about it later then.
Yes, of course. And thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you like your new toys.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been an honor and a privilege to be able to work with you on this. What you have given me, I will be buried in this. Thank you.
Yes, it is my honor.
God, it's beautiful.
Lately, I haven't been able to stop thinking how I wish I was just louder.
I don't know if more of me is exactly what I would have asked for.
More noticeable.
I appreciate it. I think it'll come in useful.
Does it auto-update with your current appearance, or does it keep this one version of you? So if, for example, you cut off your hair now, would it auto-update to make a new version of you? Is it constantly scanning you for every little change? I'm sorry, I'm very curious about the clones. You know I got things about that.
I think it's a hologram, Recklin.
No, I don't... Like, does it act independently? Do you control it? Does it move?
I'll wave at it if it's still over in the room.
It waves at you.
Oh my god, wait, no. It's choosing its own movements. That wasn't perfectly synchronized.
It seems like maybe it's kind of like a mirror image of me or something.
Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, I see. It was the same arm if you think about it like that. Okay.
Well, if you do think about it, like, what about when you see a reflection in yourself, Recklin? Does your reflection have thoughts?
Yeah, if you think about it, a reflection are just lights going into a mirror and coming back.
I'm gonna get back to my project. Thank you again,
Oh,
Mr. Toymaker.
of
I
course,
really
yes,
appreciate
of course.
it. Sorry if I was a little bit curt before. I
No
just
worries.
got some
you
stuff
have a lot
I'm
on your
doing.
plate, yeah.
Thank you for this. And Michael will start heading back to his room to continue working on his project.
You know, Recklin, that copper pipe really accents your outfit. It's a good form.
Oh, I thought you were gonna
against
say
your skin.
something else. Yeah, yeah. No, it looks nice. Yeah, it does look good. I wasn't thinking to break because it's usually kind of like not the copper. It's just kind of us keeping like a cool like red, violet, silver look. I wasn't expecting the copper. I think it looks nifty. It gives the outfit dimension. I'm learning them fashion technique stuff. You know.
Yeah, did you learn that from
Yeah, I learned that from
who
Ray.
was that? From Ray. That was
Yeah,
the
my,
guy you brought to the gala, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking up a couple things, you know, learning about them Renaissances, periods of art and stuff like that. It's good. It's been good. I'm picking up a lot. Thank you. I know that sword has been weighing heavy on you, and I appreciate that you're willing to use it. I know that. This whole Richard thing has been... A lot was placed on your chest really quickly there. After a lot had been placed on your chest through circumstance already, you know, with your whole family, that whole thing, and then after that, the Richard thing, it's been a rough couple of weeks for you. How are you holding up?
Yeah. I mean, wow. It's important that I'm able to support the rest of you, especially with all of your new gadgets. If I didn't have anything to keep up, then I'd probably fall behind the rest of you, and that wouldn't be so good if I'm trying to support all of you as well.
Sometimes I feel like I'm of two minds sometimes in the Shine Brigade. Sometimes I'm very much of the mind of, you know, you just gotta power through and not talk about stuff because you're in the Shine Brigade and you can't afford to be weak. And then sometimes I can entertain when myself is doing it, but when I see someone else doing the Shine Brigade, I don't like it. So I guess I'm being a little hypocrite here when I'm saying you just can't, you know, take care of yourself. The burden you have is large. It is important that you've done it, but you don't need to pretend like it isn't weighing on you. Not to us. Not to us at all. Because we all understand.
It is a lot. Maybe not down here.
Okay,
in
yeah,
the toy
no, I'm
shop.
sorry. Yeah,
Thank you, Recklin. Yeah, you read right through me. We'll talk later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My door's open.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Recklin.
Absolutely.
Delilah, I think that you have a lot of preparations to do for the concert that's coming up. So did you invite everyone from the Shine Brigade?
Yeah, that's the thing with Delilah. The conversation Delilah has been dreading to bring up. But after everything we've been through, I guess I have no choice. So as everyone is kind of shuffling out of the Toy Maker's workshop, hey guys, I have something I need to talk to you all about. I don't think you all know this because I keep it a really big secret, but I'm in a band. And
No way. Nudges Michael in the ribs.
We're so proud of you.
It's called the dumpster fire, right?
The dumpster warehouse.
Dumpster warehouse.
Is, yeah.
We're going to be playing the dumpster warehouse, which is like a really big deal. And it's just hard for me to imagine being there without having my friends. Don't tell anyone I use that word.
Okay, I won't tell anyone, but I'll know it in my heart.
There to, help stand by the merch table or whatever. But you can only go on one condition, okay? You need to be cool.
Can we bring plus ones?
You can bring a +1, Griff, okay? But we need to be cool. You can't talking about how great the HVAC system is inside the venue.
Ooh, Delilah, that's too much.
No talking about how everyone needs to smile and great PR. We're undercover. We're trying not to be noticed. The coolest thing is not telling everyone in the room about how great things are for you or whatever. Like, just how interesting something is. You're cool, you're interesting, you're all great people, but let people pick that up naturally, you know what I'm saying?
Are we allowed to say that we know you, or do we have to pretend that we don't know you? Because my friends used to make me do that in high school, so I'm used to it.
No.
You don't have to say that you don't know me. Just you don't need to put it out there either. You know what I mean? People know, they see us on TV. They know you know me, right? You don't need to be like, that's Delilah, that's our best friend. Woo! Just play it chill, you know? Cool.
Delilah, what time is this concert tonight? What time will you start playing?
Just show up when you think you need to show up, Michael. That's literally what it says on the poster.
So you want me to go in there without a plan. You want me to be cool.
Be cool, yes.
And you want me to go to a dumpster warehouse.
It's the dumpster warehouse, yep.
Michael turns to Anise. Do I really have to go to this? This doesn't seem like my scene, you know?
Look, running in without a plan, looking cool, and it being a dumpster warehouse seems right up your alley whenever we fought things.
Just wear your stained t-shirt. You'll fit right in.
I can wear that? That's cool.
Is that cool?
You could add more stains to it, then it'd be pretty cool.
I can add more stains to it?
Wait, more stains.
More stains.
Alright, I'll be there.
What's the dress code? Yeah, I need what would you describe it if you could give me a sentence? In a sentence, because you give me the dress code.
Is this one of those goth things?
I'd prefer if it wasn't a sentence and you could just give me the handbook.
Oh no, I already regret offering this.
No. I will follow the sentence. I will be Randy. Cool man. A little shakeable.
Picture a clothing store, right?
Okay, picture.
In your mind, a clothing store is a regular clothing store. Now picture all the stuff that nobody buys at the clothing store, right? All the stuff that 3 months later they're like, oh my gosh, we didn't sell a single one of these, right?
Okay.
So they throw all of those clothes into a dumpster.
Okay.
And they collect all those dumpsters from all of the clothing stores all over Sunflower City, and they bring them to one place. And people just kind of go picking through all the dumpsters and assemble their clothes from that collection of stuff, right? That's the dress code.
Thank you. I think I understand fashion now. That is the most succinct explanation I've gotten. I understand completely. Thank you. Well, I know what I'm wearing. I don't know about y'all.
Are you sure about that? I mean, the clashing patterns.
That's the point.
Yeah, it's a statement. I get it. It's anti-establishment, You are challenging people's ideas.
Yeah. From the absence of pattern, a pattern emerges, but also screw that additional emerging pattern. We hate that pattern. It's like that.
And nothing's going to waste. And the important thing about being cool is not caring about the stuff that other people care about, And making your statement understated.
So we are going kind of as a disguise thing, right? Because you're nervous, right?
Listen,
is that what we're doing?
My band, you don't go to a concert to see my band. My band is the band that's just kind of there. If you see any posters for it, Rip them down. That's the kind of stuff my band is up to.
Alright, I thought I had a good grasp on it. I'm lost again.
Just didn't know Delilah was in a band.
Oh yeah, because you were so caught up in the caterers.
I don't know, she's actually really good. Fantastic bass player. You should see her play sometime.
Well, that explains why she was playing music at the Tia Tumbleweed thing.
And is always playing their bass when we're walking past them. Yeah.
No, this all makes a lot more sense now, yeah.
Okay, so Delilah, you, before the concert, the night before, have met up with your bandmates. You're sort of making sure everything's in tune, getting all the equipment together. Rocco's aunt is baking cookies and getting the merch table ready. For the dumpster warehouse, there's sort of this like dips their hand in like multicolored brown paint, just wipes it across the shirt. It looks awful. It is terrible. Like it's written in like pen on the front, the name of your band. Is there anything that you like to do in preparation?
Claire and Doug Peony have both been invited to help lend a hand as well. Yeah, we're just all hanging out, practicing new stuff. I imagine everyone in the band has kind of been contributing to some new sounds for us.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think one thing Delilah has done is she has gotten in contact with the fashion designer who helped everyone else for the gala and has kind of, on the down low, been asking for her outfit that she's going to wear to the concert. I'm curious how things have been with Raven since we had our run-in at the club.
Yeah, with Raven, he hasn't necessarily like changed his apparel in front of the other bandmates. He's still a little bit trepidatious about that. But he seems like very friendly with you. He seems to be, happy to see you and happy to like practice music and just be in the band.
Cool. Yeah, I think with the rest of her band, Delilah's a little more excited and a little more open than she's generally been towards them in this moment. She's just she's kind of excited to be playing the dumpster warehouse. Like this has been kind of her favorite venue ever since she was a tiny kid. But there's also, you can catch just brief kind of moments where she loses herself a little bit and becomes a little more somber. She's thinking about something really hard.
Yeah.
But whenever if someone calls attention to her, or after a while she kind of like snaps out of it and seems more motivated to really do well here.
So you, Delilah, you and the band all load up. You, Squee, Raven, Claire, Doug Peony even shows up to help you guys organize and get ready.
We pay him in cigarettes.
Which he gladly takes. So you guys head over to the dumpster warehouse. It's this music venue that's situated very deep in the industrial district. And by deep, I mean it's sort of past the normal buildings, past like the slums, past the dumpster. It's like this defunct building that's in the middle of nowhere. There's trash on all sides. The inside is insane. There's actual dumpster fires that are just happening. It sort of provides the illumination for the entire building. There's like those squared cardboard boxes that are sort of fashioned as stands and sitting areas and tables and everything. There's like a big bar just made out of like discarded trash that's sort of been like melded together. Of course, Delilah, you know where this place is. It's easy to find, for you at least, because you've been here. The rest of you, like, what even is this place? Like, it takes you a while to figure it out. You're like asking people on the street, yeah, you guys know how to get to the dumpster warehouse? You're getting weird looks. Eventually you find some person that's like wearing like a garbage bag dress and they give you the directions. But you all, one way or another, make your way to the dumpster warehouse, the music venue of the century. Man, this place is legendary. There's two adjourning stages. There's been so many bands that have been critical to the scene. I'm talking about, and let me...
Can you do the voice too when you're doing this?
The voice?
It's the Stefan voice.
Oh, Stefan.
I'm talking about...
Just one.
Industrial Logistics Hottest Club is...
Yeah, the dumpster warehouse.
The dumpster. They got two.
They've staged legendary bands such as the Annihilators, Dryer Sheet, the Scratchboard Boys. But yeah, it's a wonderful venue. It smells like trash. There's literal trash burning. It's probably terrible for your lungs. But Delilah, as you arrive, you see something that makes you physically sick. There is a banner that has been hung underneath the entrance to the dumpster warehouse. And on the front of it, it says, now featuring art exhibit from Cindy Agaric.
Oh no. You gotta be kidding me.
Do we arrive together?
Delilah, what time are you guys like fashionably late, like usual?
I assume they have to do some like prep work for, making sure all the sound is working.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is like there's concert attending fashionably late, but then there's show business fashionably late.
Sure,
and they are
right.
not the same. Like, show business early is on time, and so by showing up on time, we're still late.
So there's this like very complicated system
it's
of
very complicated. So like technically we're there when we said we would be there, which is pretty down to the wire.
Okay. Sure.
No time for sound check.
Oof.
The briefest amount of time for sound check. Basically, we're not even giving the people in the booth time to check us. We're just testing our acoustics in the space, and when we're done, we're like, okay, cool.
Delilah, as you guys are sort of wheeling things in and you see this banner, you see that part of the dumpster warehouse has sort of been reconstructed. It's like a corner of it into this very like nice, very boutique-esque, very high-class sort of art exhibit. Opened up to the public, there's like a door that you have to enter to get into it.
Yeah, going in, Delilah is wearing her kind of trademark black hoodie and black sort of thigh-length skirt. She's not wearing anything over the top yet, and she is going to stop straight over to the setup art gallery.
Okay, so you just go straight to the art gallery. You're just like opening and going straight in.
Yep.
So you open it and you recognize a lot of your mother's art. This is an area that is filled with a lot of like the broken vases, and there's this exhibit of like mirrors that have been shattered that have been placed on the wall like all around. When you walk through, you're like walking through shattered mirrors, and it's kind of spooky. There's like a lot of very abstract pieces. There's like paintings that have been painted fully like of beautiful landscapes and then like snapped in half and thrown about.
Ooh, this is so tacky.
And your mother is there. She's like putting things up in the exhibit.
Mom, what are you doing here?
Oh, Delilah, dear, it's so nice to see you.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? Oh, yes, I donated money to this venue. I heard that you were playing here, and I thought that this place could use a little bit of artistic touch.
Is that the only reason they invited us to be here? It's because you gave them a bunch of money again?
I don't think that was the sole cause, Delilah. I think that, it's... When you donate to somebody, there's a give and take.
I think Delilah's gonna turn around and storm out. She's not gonna listen. She's gonna knock a vase over on her way out. Incidentally makes it look better.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's better that way, Delilah. I think you're right.
She doesn't even have any like magic she could use to trash this place, so she's just gonna storm out.
Okay.
And head back, fuming. Just fuming as she rejoins her bandmates, and they're probably like setting stuff up, and there's kind of spot. I don't know where we're at in the lineup, if we're kind of like mid stage or like opening, so we'd be front stage, but wherever we are placing our stuff, I think it's like such an obvious like don't mess with me right now sort of vibe.
Despite this sort of vibe that you're giving off, your bandmates definitely like respect that space. You're approached by this human. He looks very sleazy. He's got like a gold chain on his neck. He's not dressed up for the venue at all. He comes over, says, "Hey, I'm Mac and Cheese Steve. I wanted to introduce you to the opening act for tonight if you had a second."
Yeah, cool, that'd be great. We'd love to.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of Salmonella Saturday.
Salmonella Saturday, if I that's the one I've heard of. Let me just check my notes really
Scroll through the options in my brain. Sorry, there's a lot of them. There's thousands
Make sure
of them.
open up my contact list.
Pull up my library.
Salmonella Saturday, I didn't even know they were making music anymore.
Yeah, they disappeared from the scene for a while, but when they heard that your band was playing, they jumped on the opportunity.
They did, huh?
Yeah?
That's pretty punk rock.
Yeah. You see this guy, he's very British punk-esque. His hair is like gelled into a spiky mohawk that's dyed bright green. He's wearing like too many jackets. It looks like he's wearing layered jackets, and all of them have like individual studs that are placed all around them. his pants are like super duper tight. He says, "Sammy Petstamon, nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too. How have things been for you?
Yeah, they've been alright, Took some time off, unfound ourselves again.
That's cool. I heard you completely destroyed the stage you performed on last time.
Oh yeah, we messed it right up.
Okay, but none of that's gonna happen this time, right?
Oh no, like I said, found ourselves, not gonna destroy the venues anymore.
Great, cool, yeah. I'm really gonna hold you to that because, don't mess with the stage or it's going to be really bad for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, like it's gonna be real bad. I gotcha. I get you. You got a cool vibe to you.
Cool. Yeah, we're going to keep setting up now.
All right.
Really glad you're here. I love your sound.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Don't make a mess of things.
Yeah, definitely won't. Yep. Shine Brigade, you arrive at the scene. You feel a little bit out of place. There's a lot of really scary looking people here that are dressed in outrageous outfits. I do kind of want to know, what are you guys, the Shine Brigade, what are you wearing?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So I am wearing a high-vis vest. I have green gaiters, like fishing gaiters. I've wrapped up with caution tape. I have little red leather gardening gloves on and a safety helmet with a bunch of flammability caution stickers on it. I've made a necklace out of electrical cords and I have a red feather bow on. Yes. So I'm ready. I know what you guys are wearing.
Recklin got the assignment.
Recklin knows cool.
Yeah.
Heating and cooling is Recklin's deal.
Cool one was a little underused, but we're working on that.
Anise rolls up with like mid-calf length black boots. She's wearing a bright yellow pleather skirt and a dark pink sequin top. It is a vibe and a half. She's got like at least 7 bracelets on one arm, and she's done up her eyes to be all like black eyeshadow, black mascara, black eyeliner. It's just a little bit of glitter. She thinks she's doing good.
Michael took the advice he was given earlier, and his shirt now has so many stains on it that it is no longer white. It is more of a yellowish color. If you squeeze the fabric, it would probably be a little squishy right now. He's also wearing some jeans with holes in them and a bowler hat for some reason.
Just don't get too close to the dumpster fires.
Oh no!
I was not planning on it.
I think Griff's rebellion, he's just wearing like black jeans and a black hoodie, and it looks like it used to say Cordatech on it, but it's been like scratched off as best that he could on short notice. And then he got a haircut, and so he's got like long on top and then undercut on the sides. And he's feeling really bad about it. Like he's like, I cannot believe I got this haircut. Why did I do this? But it probably doesn't look that. It looks better than he thinks it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and you brought a +1?
I don't know if I think we arrived separately.
Okay.
I sent it kind of last minute, where I was like, oh my god, I have to actually invite someone to do this, and so I sent it like an hour before the thing started.
Oh, that's not great.
I was kind of hoping Nikki would say no because it's so last minute, but I think Nikki did say yes.
Oh.
And now I'm like, oh man.
Day one haircut? You can't day one haircut. Like that's the rookiest mistake in the book.
It's the day 3
You're supposed
haircut.
to be looking cool. You can't look. You're not trying to impress somebody.
I'm doing my best.
Fumble.
Michael's doing his best too. It's a struggle.
These are some outfits you guys have on.
Is this okay?
I mean, I don't know. She said, the clothes that they throw out at the clothing stores. So this is what came to my mind.
Recklin, our outfits are okay, right? You're the coolest person I know other than Delilah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
Griff and I were okay.
it's all right. It's a little try hard. The vibe's a little too loud, if you ask Ricky K, but it'll pass. It flies into the ocean real good, like a little swordfish. I like it.
I'm just gonna meet you guys inside in like 10 minutes, okay? I'll be right there.
Right on, Daddy-O.
Do you have your hoodie up or is it down?
Oh yeah, it's up. It's
Oh,
covered in the
absolutely
haircut.
covering the haircut.
No!
I guess we got some time before Delilah goes on. Should we go check out that art exhibit over there? It looks kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's a totally different kind of look than the rest of this place.
no.
Let's look at it.
It probably smells a lot better in there,
Yeah, definitely.
The burning rubbish is just, it's getting to me.
They could really use some air ventilation, couldn't they, Recklin? Huh?
Ricky K don't care about HVAC.
He's really getting into character.
That was almost
Ricky
scary.
K is into chemicals.
I worry for Ricky K.
Hey, live bright, die quite twice as young, but it's all good. Ricky K's book. Let's go check out that Shattered Glass and see what that's all about.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different sides of Recklin at this point. I think that
Ricky K.
Ricky K. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, don't let him out of your sight.
So we head over to
Yeah,
the art exhibit.
You're going to the art exhibit? Okay, you enter the art exhibit and you also see this myriad of broken glass and broken things that are sort of scattered about. Recklin, the mirrors are pretty fun. They stretch your body sometimes and your head gets big sometimes.
It's like a metaphor for society.
Why would somebody just break all this perfectly good, usable stuff? It just seems like a waste to me.
I mean, it kind of has a certain aesthetic to it. As an installation piece, I mean, I can see this being put up at bigger galleries or things like that.
Oh my god, of course Anise loves Delilah's moms.
So you guys see Cindy and Garrick. You of course don't know that it is Delilah's mom, but she stands out so much from this crowd, you guys. She has this beautiful flowing yellow sundress on. It's cold out, but she's sleeveless. She's wearing this very large hat indoors. It's art stuff. One thing I should mention, at least she's not wearing Seder shoes. So if there's one saving grace, there's no Seder shoes.
Not in my house, there's not. There is a slight family resemblance. I don't know how easy it is to pick up, but
Michael's pretty observant. I might want to roll an insight.
Make an
or
insight check.
Perception. I don't know which it would be.
Make an insight check.
Just gonna assume all satyrs are related. Okay, that's a roll you can make.
I mean, that's a role Michael would make.
That's a 9.
Michael, do with that with what you will, honestly.
I was going to say something, but I don't think I can say that. So,
Nice.
good save, Michael.
it's dark in here. Michael sips on his coffee.
Yes, I'm so glad that you're enjoying my exhibit. This is a representation of the fracture between cerulean and sunflower and all of the poor people that it's affected.
There doesn't seem like there's a lot of representation of mending those broken parts here. It seems like it's all just very broken.
Well, that's the beauty of art. It leaves the interpretation up to the viewer.
That's why I've always hated art.
The location for this too, the fact that you've decided to put up this exhibit in this otherwise dark and, I mean, frankly, quite smelly venue is just, with the mirrors and everything, it's really just reflecting a lot of society's woes and showing it in so many different angles.
Cuts over to Recklin making funny faces in the mirror.
There's a lot of... I don't want to think about mirrors. Oh no.
You guys get a chance to look a little bit more into the exhibit. You see that there's many canvases that have been sort of painted black. There's these weird watercolors that depict people in these dazzling arrays of color, but none of them have faces. There's this picture of a single globule of light way in the distance and a set of infinite stairs that leads downwards into it. So lots of artsy stuff.
Very derivative. I don't like it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derivative.
What they said.
Yeah.
Well, just the fact that it inspires emotion at all means that it's successful art.
No. What? That's, you say, are you the artist? Are you saying that? That is I don't like that take at all. I was just gonna walk out of here and say derivative and not say anything, but my god, no. I strongly disagree with that just because it makes it feel all this good art. What? Come on now.
No, Recklin, let's not be too...
No, what is this?
Everything.
You know what? I guess it's a good place for it. It's a good place for garbage art here in the garbage place.
All right.
Just because it makes you feel something. Okay. Yeah. You know what? A stop sign makes me feel things.
Look, Ricky doesn't do
Derivative.
that.
Okay, yeah. This is pissing Ricky. This is getting Ricky G a little fired. Sorry. Ricky K. Excuse me. I go. That's my middle name. Ricky G. I'm Ricky
GK.
G.
This is a different letter every time.
Well, do feel free to continue to look around or not look around if that's what you wish, but
I shan't. Closing my eyes. I don't want to see no more of this.
Thank you
I want to
for-
go right to the mirror area.
thank you for visiting my exhibit otherwise.
Anise, was that cool?
I mean, it didn't seem cool to me. I mean,
Didn't seem cool to me either. I don't
This just
I don't
seemed rude.
understand anything that's going on here. I'm very confused. Maybe we should go
This-
try to find Delilah.
Do you really not get what's going on here at all? I mean, look, you seem really confused. All right, this
Yes.
you see the staircase going into this drop here. It's like an infinite kind of stair. You see?
But it's not practical in any sense. Like, where are these stairs
Well-
leading to? What are they connecting? There's no context here.
Well, it could be going anywhere. It's an infinite staircase, right? That means you could be descending, well, forever.
I think I just don't like art, Anise. You know, I just don't get it.
Look, maybe you are getting it.
I'd like to be told what to think. This is why I watch the news. Art makes you
Like-
think, but I don't want to think.
I mean, I get it. I mean, some people are just better with art that conveys clear messaging. That makes sense. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people who make art that conveys clear messaging, so I understand.
You know,
I think I understand.
I have seen some art with some clear messaging. It was a cat hanging from a tree limb, and it said, "Hang in there." I've got that one posted up at the shop, actually.
Oh, is that statue that was at the city center for so long?
It might have been.
Tia Tumbleweed reporting on a car show. That's Michael's version of art.
I mean, isn't it?
Okay, so you guys check out the art exhibit.
And then
I like thinking that Anise has been like talking with Delilah's mom, like now and then, kind of just like trying to ease things over after all those bombastic words,
Yeah,
right?
you see that Delilah's mom, or Cindy, as you've been
Cindy.
introduced to her, seems pretty deflated.
Anise is trying to elevate her, like, you know, I'm really sorry about what happened there. I mean, if you think about it in a certain kind of way, I mean, your art was evoking emotions,
Oh,
strong emotions from.
Dear, I appreciate that. I really do. But in my line of work, you have to deal with a lot of critics, and you sort of learn how to tune them out, or at least accept that not everybody is going to like what you put out there. I've had a lot of things on my mind, and I appreciate you recognizing that, but I'm okay, really. It's fine.
I mean, I just want you to know that there are people here that really appreciate your art. The symbolism in some of these, the brightness in this infinite staircase piece. And I think Anise keeps going on, like
God.
maybe touching on like the barest surface level themes, and that's like as far as she can get.
Cindy will say to you, "Are you here to see the concert?" I assume that you are.
Oh yeah, do you think it's starting soon?
Honestly, not sure how these things work. It's been a long time since I've been out and about like this.
Same here, dear. You know, I might not look like it, but it's been a while for me too. All right, well, we should probably. Yeah, it looks like my people have already left the room. We should probably get going on.
Okay, and you guys return to the main crowd.
I think backstage in the green room, Delilah is like, "Okay, everyone, we got to talk about something. I don't think we're here entirely because the venue thinks we're talented or wants us here.
Whoa. Why do you think that, Delilah?
I just overheard some of the venue management talking about like big donations or whatever and the Shine Brigade and all that stuff that like isn't why we're here. We're here to play the best music we can play. It doesn't matter what happens outside the venue, right?
Yeah, we're gonna scream their freaking brains off, you know what I mean?
We need to figure out some way to get back at them. Some way to show them that we're a band worth booking.
So, what do you have in mind, Delilah?
I'm trying to think. Sam Manila Saturday's out there, right? Maybe we take a page out of their book. If the venue got all this money recently, then they can just use that money to fix up whatever got trashed, and then they won't have all this money. I don't know. I'm still working on it.
Yeah, Delilah, you know that we have your back 100% in anything, but I mean, I don't know if I personally want to trash the venue. This place is, sacred or something.
I thought so too, but then they're looking for things that aren't just talent. They're digging up Sam Manila Saturday out of whatever gutter that they've been hanging out in, and they're taking interest from all these big money people who are trying to just put their art galleries in here, even though that's nothing with the vibe of this place. This place has changed, man. I remember being here forever ago, and just people who played here back then, they meant something, I'm not about to have that get trashed or tarnished. Got to figure out some way to make it right. I think Delilah is just going to stew on that for a little bit.
I'm still waiting out at the entrance.
Yeah. So you're waiting out at the entrance. What's your body language like right now?
I think I'm just pacing back and forth and kind of like leaning against the edge of the building, shifting from foot to foot. Lean for like 2 seconds, get up, walk back, run into somebody because I'm not paying attention. I'm standing right in the doorway, and then I'm like, oh, I should get out of the doorway, so I go lean up against the wall again. And then I'm just kind of like looped in this cycle in front of the doors to the venue.
After a little while, you see Nikki shows up. He's wearing sort of just like his normal clothes. He seems to have like gotten here in like a really quick hurry, sort of like threw on a jacket, sort of like a graphic tee, just like ripped jeans. He doesn't recognize you immediately because you're like kind of dressed up.
Nikki? Hi?
Oh, hey. Oh, Griff, that's you. Hey, how's it going?
Good, just, my friend was... Sorry for the late invite.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad I can make it out here. It's really cool. I didn't know that you knew that the dumpster warehouse existed.
Oh, no, I didn't. Delilah told me about it.
Oh, I see. I mean,
apparently she's in a band or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Raven might be one of her bandmates, which makes a lot of sense why they're always carrying instruments around and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually never seen Raven play an instrument at all, so this is news to me.
Oh yeah, the things you learn, right?
Yeah. Did you get a haircut?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great.
I pull my hood up just like a little bit more, like.
No, can I see it?
Oh, it's so bad though.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
No, it's really bad.
No, please, I insist.
Okay, fine. And I'll take my hoodie off.
You see that Nikki kind of like snickers a little bit and like catches himself. Says, "Okay."
Is it that bad?
No, it's not bad. It makes you look cute.
Delilah told us we had to be cool, and so I went to the barber and I said I need to look cool, and then, I just trust people with their jobs, and then they did this, and I didn't know how to stop it, and then all my hair was gone, and...
Hey, the cool thing about hair is that it grows back, right?
Yeah, it does.
And, I mean, who's gonna judge you, right? It's like, it's cool to try something out that's new.
Just how you live your life all the time?
Yeah, I've had plenty of terrible haircuts. I think mine right now is pretty bad.
What? No, your haircut's great. I should have just gotten your haircut. I'm sorry.
No, I'm very nervous right now. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm talking. I feel like I have a foot in my mouth.
Do you want to go look at this art exhibit over here?
Sure. An art exhibit?
I feel like I'll probably be more comfortable in there. Yeah. It's weird, right? It kind of doesn't fit.
Yeah, really weird, actually. Really weird. Maybe it's a new thing they're trying out.
Have you ever been here before?
Yeah, I've been here once or twice.
And there's not usually an art exhibit, huh?
No, mostly just dumpster fires.
Huh. Well, I kind of like this shattered mirror piece.
Well,
I don't know if I get it, though.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah. And then I'll walk in there.
Nikki hit all of the points. When I get a bad haircut, I don't want to hear, "Oh, it's fine, hair grows back." It's kind of fun to have a bad haircut. Nobody will care. Like, oh my god, no. You made me feel terrible.
I'm sorry. I'm assuming that the haircut is actually genuinely bad.
I don't know. It's probably fine.
I got the impression that this is like the confident Griff era.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, maybe I made a mistake
They went from
then.
just like the hair down, don't really care, to like short on the sides, going up like that with a little wavy in the hair.
All right, so I might have vibed it wrong. Personally, I might have vibed it wrong.
That was.
I mean, this could just be the light, the fact that it's fresh.
Oh yeah. And you're not styling it quite right.
Yeah, still some kinks to figure out, but
Better than showing up with Nikki's hair. Imagine you go on a first date with somebody and they've cut their hair to look exactly like yours.
You have matching rat tails.
Just never see them again.
I did not intend to make Nikki sound like a monster, so that's my bad. If that is how
No,
it's
it
made.
sounded like someone determinedly trying to be supportive.
You guys go and hit up the weird art exhibit.
I think I'll go up to the spiral staircase piece and kind of look at it for a while. No, I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah. What's it make you think about?
Well, I don't know. It kind of feels like my life, honestly. It's just like I'm always walking toward this thing, and I think it'll finally be the right thing, and then I look forward and I'm just still on the staircase, you know?
Yeah, like it's something that's like forever in the distance that you can never really get to.
Yeah, exactly. And it always looks so good, and it never really gets any closer.
Huh.
You know, I thought like joining the Shine Brigade or something, it would fix all of my. I don't know. I thought I'd be cool and confident, and I'd be in the Shine Brigade. And you know, you always see them on the TV, and you play with the action figures when you're a kid. And man, I thought it'd be that, but I'm still just me.
I mean, I think you seem pretty confident.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, heck, we met, and literally 10 minutes later, we were going out spray painting together. I mean, that was pretty crazy. And you know, you're here, and you're trying something new out, and you invited me to go someplace, and I think that's all really cool.
I'm sorry for the last minute invite.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I definitely appreciate more time, but like, you know, it's cool that we get to hang out.
Yeah, it is cool. I don't think I've ever been to a punk rock show. Is there like rules I should know?
Do you know how to bang your head?
No.
Well, I got a lot to teach you then.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Rules at a punk rock show? Come on. Come on, man.
Every group has its social norms. And I will figure out what they are and categorize them. Oh. And I'll look over at Cindy. Are you running this exhibit?
Oh yes, this is my little exhibit.
Can I just ask you why you made this?
Oh, this piece. Yes, I believe it was. Well, some things are things that you keep trying to do, right? Things that you always seek after, and sometimes in life, no matter how hard you try, you'll just never achieve those things. And I think that I wanted to portray that in this painting.
Yeah. So you just put that into your art? Is that how you get to that place? I don't know.
Yes, I suppose that's somewhat of a creative process. Some people have work, other people have jobs and careers, and I suppose this is sort of the way that I put myself into things.
Griff, it's nice to meet you.
Griff, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, probably. And I'll look over at Nikki. Well, yeah, I'm part of the Shine Brigade.
Oh, so you know my Delilah then?
Yeah, you know Delilah?
Yes, this is somewhat of a chance meeting, I suppose, but I am Delilah's mother, Cynthia Garrick.
So close.
You know, she doesn't talk about you a lot. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. I don't doubt that she doesn't mention me a lot.
You know, Delilah, it took her about a year to say that we were friends, so...
Oh, yes, I'm glad to hear that Delilah has people.
Oh, she's got so many. She's like the coolest person in our entire group. I mean, she's the one who got us into this venue. I don't even think I would know where to buy a ticket to a place like this.
Me neither.
So how did you guys end up here on the same day? That's so weird.
Well, I think I might have made a bit of a mistake, but I provided a substantial donation to the dumpster warehouse, and I asked that they give consideration to my daughter's band, and I suppose that's where we are now.
Huh. That actually seems really nice of you. So you just wanted to get her to play the show she wanted to.
I suppose you could say it like that, yes.
Well, this place does seem like Delilah would like it. I mean, it smells like trash and it looks like garbage, so... I think this is probably a dream come true for her.
God.
Yes, well, I'm glad that you have that opinion.
Where is she anyway?
I'm not sure.
She's probably backstage. I wonder what it's like back there. It feels like, you know, in the grocery store, when they're always coming and going from the back of the... I'm rambling. Anyway, it's really nice to meet you, Cindy.
Yes, it was wonderful to meet you too.
Well, the rest of the Shine Brigade is somewhere around here, and maybe you could come join us so we could cheer on Delilah together.
I think it might be best if I stay here.
Well, okay. But her music's really good if you want to come listen. You know, we'll have a table. Are there tables? Well, you'll see us somewhere, right?
Yes.
I hope you come say hi.
I appreciate the invitation. Thank you.
Nikki, you want to go see if we can find everybody?
Yeah, let's... let's go find everybody.
What was that face for? And I'm gonna start walking.
Tables at a punk rock concert. No.
Yeah, you can find us around a dumpster fire at best.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just got one of those skinny little can fires.
Yeah, we got one of those small ones.
The drum fires.
Yeah. Yeah. I swear, I don't think that artist could tell Dadaism from Surrealism and would probably call it Cubism in the center. I did not particularly enjoy
hey guys, there you
it. Oh,
are.
hey, what's up?
What are you guys talking about?
It was like, that struck me bad.
What struck you bad?
It's like, when they make that art exhibits out of the graffiti.
Oh, you mean
It's like,
Delilah's mom's art exhibit?
oh.
Yeah, I just talked to her. She seemed really nice.
Oh.
Wait, like she's in the art exhibit, like looking at things right now?
No, that's like her exhibit.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Like, donated a bunch of money so Delilah could play here. It's so sweet of her.
Oh, no.
What? Is that bad?
Well,
I feel like I'm missing something.
I mean, if I've learned something about teenage girls, it's that they really don't like when their moms get involved in their hobbies.
This is Ricky K talking. This is not Recklin talking. Recklin would have a different opinion of this. But man, and such an uncool way to do it, too. Oh, an art exhibit at a place like this, and it's a bunch of mirrors and infinite staircases. It's just like the lamest faux punk you've ever seen. Like, what are we? Dolly with an ocelot outside of a subway? Like, And to do that in your favorite venue? Oof, that's rough. But that's Ricky K talking. Recklin thinks it's kind of sweet.
Should I introduce you as Ricky K or Recklin then?
Ricky K, please.
This is my friend Ricky, and this is Anise, and this is Michael.
How you doing?
Guys, this is Nikki.
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Well, it's always nice to meet one of Griff's friends.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
How did you two meet?
Oh, well, you guys were on the beach of Cerulean District. We met in a little bar.
Oh, well, very nice. Now you two are hanging out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Griff's a great kid.
Didn't we meet already?
Yes, how is Horse doing?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Horse is doing much better.
You can drop the act. He knows.
Sorry.
Okay, well, I took your lead. Alright, well, I got Pony Puffy Pants has definitely not drank like that ever in his life before. And let me tell you, that was quite a time for him, and for me helping him in the restroom.
Yeah.
But he's doing much better now.
That's great to hear.
He definitely needed a day to recover after that, though.
Yeah, and your guys' secret is safe with me, so no worries.
Ricky K.
Ricky K.
I'm into chemicals.
Are we still doing the thing?
I
Or?
can't tell. Sometimes you just gotta.
Ricky K puts on his sunglasses.
Ricky K, it's nice to meet you. I'm Nikki. I'm into spray paint.
That's a cool chemical.
Yeah.
Dig it, Doug. Nice.
Well, it's nice to meet all of you. I was gonna head on over to the bar. Can I grab you guys anything?
I think I might join you, actually. I might, got a question for the bartender.
Oh. And Nikki kind of like looks at you with like a little bit of fear in his eyes. Yeah, all right. Me and Michael to the bar.
Okay.
Just the two of
it'll be
us.
great. Michael puts his arm around Nikki and starts
all right,
walking
here we go.
Help. As soon as they walk away. This is so hard. I need Recklin, please.
No.
I need help.
So
Everyone's committed to the bit.
So Michael, cars. You like them? Yeah.
I sure do, but what's your interest with Griff?
Oh.
Oh my god, yes.
Griff and I, we when we met up, we had a really great time, and so, oh god, I think that we might go on this might be a date, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just, want to make sure that you're not doing anything trying to get attention or get on the news or whatever it is you people do when you try to, curl up with a celebrity.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
worst first date.
No, yeah,
So I need you to look me in my eyes and tell me right now, do you care about Griff?
Met him like 3 days ago.
What are your intentions with my son?
I care about Griff. I think we're still getting to know each other a little bit, but yeah, I care about him. I care about him.
Yeah, it's still early. Well, hey, I just want you to know, Griff has a lot of people around him that support him and love him and care about him.
Alright.
If you were to do anything to ruin that for us and for Griff, I don't even want to talk about what's going to happen. Alright?
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds reasonable.
Good. I'm glad we understand each other. So let's get those drinks, bartender.
Got some strong kneecaps on you. Shame if those happen to go a little loose.
Ricky, I think you're
Pull out
gonna
the
get...
wrench with the face on it.
With the eyes on it. too.
Wrench starts talking.
Ricky K, I think you get a text message from Delilah right now. The emojicons are art,
Okay.
and then it's like a really angry face, and then it's art, fire, explosion.
So just a bunch of boxes.
I don't know how your phone translates all that.
No, it's just boxes. I feel that. I agree. Delilah has sent me I think I get it. She always just sends me these black boxes, and I typically don't get it, but right now, I think I get it. I think Ricky K understands.
Okay, this is another Ricky K thing. Gotcha. Well, alright. Ricky, what does it mean? Is it enough cubism for you?
Can I just see your phone?
Oh my God, tubes.
Can I just see your phone for a second?
Yeah, what are your intentions with it?
I just want to see if I can turn the boxes into emojis.
Okay, you can do that, but do not go into the gallery photo section, please.
Okay.
No, I'm serious.
Okay. No gallery.
No gallery.
I won't
No
go in there.
sound bites.
I'll do it right in front
Don't
of
look at the contacts. You go into settings and you go into settings alone, sir.
you. I'm scared. I want to try to like
You know what's coming?
update Delilah or Recklin's phone, or like try and see if I can hack into it.
Okay, I'm gonna let you make an intelligence check, but I'm gonna tell you, like, this is an old model. Like, if there
Worst
was,
case, I want to see if I can get the data of it like onto my phone.
okay,
Thomas Edison made this cell phone for me.
Rip Recklin's
Cody.
phone.
Alexander Graham Bell made his first call using this phone.
I would like to try to use my Tinker's tools. with
okay,
this,
yeah,
too.
go ahead. The DC is high.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to sort of transfer the text data over to your phone.
There. This is what
Oh, yeah.
what does that even mean?
Oh, yeah, no. Ricky
No.
K understands.
Nikki can translate it.
No,
I just
No need. Burn down the art exhibit. I got it.
Oh, no, I think we should get it translated.
No. Burn down the art exhibit. It's embarrassing. It's Dolly Ocelot Subway energy. I agree.
Nikki,
Dolly Ocelot Subway.
could you
Yes.
come over here for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
What does this say?
Burn down the art exhibit.
I understand
How
this.
did you know that?
Ricky K knows things.
Delilah wants to burn down her mother's art exhibit?
Yeah.
I don't know if we
I'm
should
pretty
do
good.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have some ideas. Ricky K's really good with chemicals, I think. How apropos I put the flammability stickers on my
I'm not
hat
really
here.
one to talk because I just graffitied a whole building like 3 days ago, but maybe arson is taking it to a different level.
Arson with up to 100 people
What if
around
one of
ready for
these-
a concert.
Well, what if we have, oh no, one of them burning cans just, oh geez. Someone knocks it over, it sets the whole art exhibit ablaze. No one can really be blamed for it specifically. Kind of hard to trace, just a little accident.
But I would know.
Ricky K can take care of it.
Look, if anyone caught wind of the Shine Brigade setting up a fire in a packed concert,
Why don't we just ask her to leave?
the PR would be terrible.
If it's that big a deal, just tell her to leave.
You guys hear the sound of drumsticks, like microphone feedback. That you see that Salmonella Saturday has taken stage.
I want to see if I listened to this band or not.
You I see. You listened.
Nope.
The lead singer, and this is the person that you met, Sammy Penstemon, he does a big, powerful strum of this electric guitar. It reverberates throughout the concert hall, and Salmonella Saturday plays their set. It's grating music. It is discordant. It is barely put together piece by piece. They sort of like break all the rules of music, but not in a way like, oh yes, I'm like so good at this art that I can break the rules. It's sort of in a way like, I don't care about the rules in the first place. I'm just gonna play whatever I want. They got like crazy instruments. They're like hitting on like cardboard boxes. They got like cowbells that are attached, and they're playing the xylophone with the cowbells.
Ah, no.
But the concert hall erupts. There is like this vibrant energy in the room. This is like exactly the kind of music that gets played inside of the dumpster warehouse.
I think Michael will go and try to talk to the security guard at the entrance and try to ignore the music, in quotes, that's being played right now. So that's some crazy stuff over there, huh? It's kind of loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Can I help you with something?
No, I'm just hanging out. You don't mind if I stand here, do you?
Free country.
Michael will stand silently next to the security guard.
Delilah, Salmonella Saturday is just taking the stage. What are you doing?
How long is their set?
Their set is going to be about 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. Delilah is in the thick of kind of putting on makeup, getting in a costume, and it's quick flashes of things happening without really being able to give too much context about what it's all going to look like.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's parts of it that are pretty complicated. Like, she's even got Claire over, like, giving her a hand with some of it. And she has been furiously, like, basically improvising a song on the fly.
Ooh, okay.
Trying to get it into a good place. And, like, as she's getting into costume and kind of getting made up now, she's, like, passing it off to Rocco and Raven. And they like, make some edits and then pass it back to Delilah, who's able to kind of, like, half look at it as if she's got, like, doing her mascara. And they, like, make changes. So that's kind of what's going on backstage. I have some stuff as we get closer to, but...
Sure. Yeah, if there's nothing else specifically you'd like to do, Salmonella Saturday will just continue to play their set. Their songs are sort of more of the same. They're very different from one another. It has sort of a rhythm. There's a rhythm in there somewhere. If you dug really deep, you would probably be able to find it. But you see that someone has gone around and lit more dumpster fires inside of this room. So there was only like, it's the sort of thing where during a concert, the openers will not have like the big LED light show. They won't have all of the special effects going on. Sort of as their set begins to wrap up, dumpsters are lit ablaze. There's this sort of like broken glass chandelier that rises, that falls from the ceiling, and then like this dazzling tessellated light just flickers out of it all across both stages and the dance floor.
Be a shame if someone Phantom the Opera this art exhibit.
Delilah.
Yeah, so backstage, I imagine kind of the hallway that leads from the green room to the backstage area has just kind of like lined with photos, like Polaroids and signatures from bands who played here before. And I think Delilah stopped at a very specific photo of a band. It's a Polaroid picture, and on the little strip of white underneath the Polaroid, it just says The Unknowables. And this photo is from, let's see, this photo is approximately like 18 years old now. And Delilah looks at it. She sees some people who she hasn't seen in a really long time. Her hand kind of raises and rests on a specific satyr who bears a familiar resemblance to her. And she just feels in her heart strong emotion in two ways. First, this like intense longing and sadness and loss, but also this brighter, happier feeling like she's going to make him proud. And this very intense blue of the sadness, very intense yellow of the pride, both well up in her, stronger than she felt, even a lot of times on the battlefield in her Shine powers. And as Salmonella Saturday finishes their set, and you kind of go into that intermission period where, they're taking their stuff off so that the stage is clear for our set, Delilah is going to, feeling these things, channel both of them to cast Enhance Ability on herself, choosing Eagle's Splendor to give herself advantage on charisma checks for the next little while.
Nice.
As Salmonella Saturday is coming off, how is their attitude?
Their attitude is surprisingly docile. Shockingly docile. They sort of, they leave the stage. They don't seem to be playing an encore. They don't seem to be trashing their instruments or the stage or the venue, which is good.
Cool. As they're passing her, then Delilah's going to be like, hey, you rocked.
Thanks. Good luck out there.
And then I think Delilah and her band, who's again is called Crypt Gorgeous, they're all going to pose along the wall and get a picture snapped, throw it up on the wall as well, right next to the Unknowables picture. And then, the lights start picking up, the chandelier goes wild, and Delilah and her band step on stage. First, Rocco. He's on the electric guitar. He's also the main vocals of the band. He's standing kind of center stage. Delilah's standing to his right. She's on the bass, and she's also the second vocals. Over on Rocco's left is Squee. He's on the keys, and Raven is back behind on the drums, kind of elevated a little bit so that people can still see him. Delilah is she contacted the fashion designer from the gala, and he recreated her Shine costume, except it's all these dark blacks and midnight blues. Instead of the perfect princess ball gown she's usually wearing, the hem of it is rough and asymmetrical down at the bottom by her feet. There's a rip in the middle of it so that she's allowed the freedom of movement of her hooves that she's never allowed in her Shine costume. And she's missing one of the big puffy sleeves that she normally wears, and it's instead this black mesh with black studs coming out at different points, and the other just has kind of rips across down of it, so again allowing her freedom of movement. And they are ready to let loose.
The stage is set. Crypt Gorgeous takes a candid step forward. The light of the chandelier shines brightly. You raise your arm to do the first chord strike, leading into your set. Your eyes cast over this audience. You see the Shine Brigade. You see your mother. And you also see on the opposite stage, Salmonella Saturday. They've prepared a new set of instruments. They stand adjacent to you. The lead singer steps up to a microphone, makes a horrible riff on the guitar. It's grating. It reverberates throughout the entire venue. You thought Salmonella Saturday was down. You thought we were out of the scene. But we found a new purpose. And that purpose is frown. An orange reverberating light flashes throughout the entire venue. You see this platform forms between the two stages, made entirely of orange kinetic light. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Wow.
And we're gonna take a break.
Damn, that lead up was insane.
Okay, so Shine Brigade. Battle stage is set. All of you have rolled initiative. That initiative order is going to be Salmonella Saturday. Ricky K. Anise, Griff, Delilah, and then Michael is bringing up the rear. So this fight, we are introducing a new mechanic called Battle of the Bands. At the start of the round, Delilah will roll a contested performance check against the other band. Now the effects are as follows. Depending on how big the quote-unquote win is, the differential between the rolls of performance, a wave of sound energy will wash throughout the enemy. This effect gets greater and greater the further you go up, and I'm going to tell you a bit about them. Any win, this is a win 1 through 5, is going to be a thunderclap. A 5+ win is going to be a thunder wave. A 10+ win is going to be a spray of cards. A 15+ win is a cone of cold. A 20+ win is going to be a prismatic spray. A 25+ win is going to be a meteor shower.
Oh my god.
Sorry, is the audience here for all of that as well, or?
Yes, you'll see how it works. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Nah, I roll a nat 1 right here.
Just die instantly.
Hey, I've got advantage as long as I can hold concentration.
Okay, so Shine Brigade, you see that this orange shimmering bridge of light apparates between the stages and above the crowd. You also see this apparating orange light sort of build up on the sides of Salmonella Saturday, enclosing the two bands in this orange face-off. Shine Brigade,
I think most of you are currently underneath the bridge. You're sort of in the crowd still. In order to join the fray, you'd have to go around the stage and on through where Delilah is, or around the other side to try to get to Salmonella Saturday. The choice is up to you. Do you have any questions about the visual layout or anything that is about the battlefield that you need to know more?
Sorry, so the stages are elevated, there's stairs on the opposite side.
Yes.
You can walk under the bridge to get there, though.
Yes,
well,
you can.
Okay.
Cool.
Currently under the bridge.
You're currently under the bridge.
Where is Cindy?
Amidst a lot of other people.
Cindy is in the art exhibit. You can see, yeah, it's in the back left. Thank you. Put some tokens on for Salmonella Saturday. There are 4 bandmates in total. You see that they are now playing more traditional instruments. So one of them has a guitar, one of them has a bass, one of them has a keyboard, and one of them is playing a mobile drum kit.
So they were sandbagging their first set.
I'll do the same for Crypt Gorgeous,
Thank you.
Rocco, Squee, and Raven.
Okay, getting into this. Rocco is going to say, Delilah, we keep playing?
I don't think we got any choice. I'll try my best to keep you all safe.
Rock on. You guys keep playing. First is going to be the enemy band. They are going to coordinate together to play a song, and I'm going to need you to roll your first performance check of the night.
Oh boy. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
For a 23.
A 23. Okay. They rolled a 9. Let's do some mental math here. That's going to be a 14 difference, which means there's going to be a spray of orange cards that flitters out throughout the battlefield and hits all 4 members of the opposing band. I'll let you roll damage on that if you'd like. Yeah, so they each need to make a dexterity saving throw, which I'll go ahead and make behind the scenes. Okay, that's going to be a fail. That's going to be a success. It's going to be a fail. And that's going to be a success. Go ahead and roll 2d10 of force damage.
For 9 damage.
9 points of damage on each of them. Delilah, the bands are competing against one another. You're playing furiously, the enemy is playing furiously, and these sort of sound waves collide mid-air, this indigo light that echoes out. Sammy Penstamon raises his arm in a dramatic chord. It rings out, and it sort of echoes towards you. And Delilah, what do you and the band do?
We start by playing one of our kind of tried and true songs. Not our biggest hit as far as a band that has 0 publicity has hits. Just one of the songs that at gigs we've played is consistently pretty enjoyable, something the fans would come out for. And we've just got this song on lockdown. Delilah is sort of channeling everything she came onto stage with, and that's only intensified knowing that these people who she wasn't really that into their music before they left the scene, and now she's especially not into their music, knowing that like this sound is coming at her and threatening her friends. She is playing full focus, and yeah, for the natural 20, she just like is dialed into their sound and knows almost exactly how to change her sound to like offset it and really make their sound power through it.
You do exactly that. This orange spray, or maybe more appropriately a blue spray of decay, sort of shoots out among Salmonella Saturday. You see parts of their very dressed up uniforms melt away. After that, it is going to be Ricky.
I'm torn because the idea of this is a battle of the bands, man. My friend's in danger, but also, this is a sacred battle. I wish I wasn't this high in initiative, to be completely honest, because normally I'm all for it. Normally, Recklin would be here and upcast Fireball at 4th level, and that'd be that, but
This is Ricky G.
it's Ricky G.
Ricky K.
God, it's hard to...
That's my beat.
Ricky K's gonna deputize himself as an informal member of the band. And therefore decides that yes, he's deputized himself with no permission of the band itself, and now is realizing he can indeed participate in the Battle of the Bands under such deputization. He will speak to you about this after the...
Don't, it's so punk rock.
Rad, and therefore, under that, assuming that I am part of the band now, I cast Fireball, upcast to 4th level, up onto the stage, centered kind of, so it doesn't go into the audience, but just kind of on him.
Yeah, go ahead, and you're tuning your HVAC system to heat, I am assuming?
That would be correct. Yeah, no. Alright, yeah, Recklin, having deputized himself as member of Crypt Gorgeous. Looks like Crypt Gorgeous Pyrotechnics show is just about to get started now. Power of light. Let's let things heat up on ya. I'm gonna cast Fireball. I'm gonna need them to do a dexterity saving throw as I upcast Fireball to 4th level.
Okay.
I would then, run up to their end because I want to feel the heat of the explosion on my face. Yeah, so I'd run up and then cast Fireball.
Okay, so that's 4 dexterity saving throws.
That's correct.
Okay, what is it? What are they rolling against?
DC's a 14.
14. Okay, so the first one succeeds, the second one succeeds, the third one succeeds.
Tanner, stop it. Like, this is Salmonella
okay,
Saturday
and
we're talking about.
the fourth one is a 13.
Yeah.
Sammy, you guys don't know these names, but Sammy is the main band name. There's Leo, Veronica, and Levi, which you do know. Levi failed. Levi is the one that is playing the keyboard.
Sweet.
That's what happens when Levi wears ripped jeans.
His whole outfit is very flammable.
Those tassels are just starting to silly right now.
So I rolled plus a d10. That's a 42 points of fire damage.
42 points.
Half to 22.
Okay.
Or 21 for people who made it.
Thank you.
Just keep throwing those out.
Yeah. Derivative! Very derivative, that one.
You see Levi, the keyboardist, just burst into flames.
No.
He's still alive, still playing the keyboard through being on fire.
That's punk as shit.
I don't think we can defeat these guys. That was so cool. Oh no, guys.
But you've done a significant amount of damage. Sort of, your fireball erupts on stage. Some dumpsters have been lit on fire as a result of the carnage. The stage is on fire. Everything's on fire. You've done a significant amount of damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I think I'm just reveling in the heat. I think that's all I'm doing for the rest of my turn.
Just staring at it wide-eyed or manic laughter reveling?
I don't think we're quite at a manic laughter yet, but give me another turn.
I gotta be real with you. You had this like big ball of fire just like erupt in the middle of this band, and they just stand there mostly unfazed, still playing their instruments.
Yo,
you made them look so much more badass.
Yeah.
True.
Art's a powerful tool.
It is.
Music never dies. Continues playing the guitar.
I'm gonna get a t-shirt from them after this. That was so cool.
After Ricky is going to be Anise.
Okay, so is there like lots of people around me? Is it a difficult terrain, you might say?
It depends on what you want to do.
Anise is going to be trying to get up around and onto Delilah's stage.
I'd say with your movement, you could just, you could get over there in just your movement.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I want to get to Raven. So Anise is gonna, get up to Raven, and as she like approaches him, she's just gonna like whip an arm out, manifesting in green light. It's gonna be like one gauntlet, and the handle of the flail starts like just materializing, and she just looks him straight in the face, says, "Tell me when you need a big sound," and she's gonna start like whipping this flail like around and around, and wait for his signal to direct a hit on one of the big drums.
Okay, Raven takes this and kind of looks over at Delilah, gives like a nod and a grunt, and then starts going into a drum solo. That'll pay off sometime later.
Okay.
So after Anise is going to be the band members of Salmonella Saturday. They are going to, so two of them, that is going to be Sammy and Leo. The drums and the guitar are going to go take attacks on Recklin. You see that the guitar sort of has like these sharp edges that it's like someone has installed razor blades on the edge of the guitar. He's gonna brandish it, and like while still playing like behind his head, swings it forward and then brings it back into normal playing. They're gonna take 2 attacks against you.
Very cool.
It's the only way anyone in this universe can play an instrument is by brandishing it as a weapon.
I mean,
Fun little side
Salmonella Saturday's the one that invented that.
Yeah, that's where Delilah got it from.
okay, so the first strike coming at you is going to be a 15.
Yeah, that hits.
The second strike is going to be a 21.
Yeah.
The drummer is going to start flinging drumsticks at you.
Yeah. This is so rad.
You see that they become basically like darts. A sharp edge just like sticks and jettisons out of the drumsticks, throws it at you, and then picks up 2 new drumsticks, flourishes them in the air, catches them, and continues playing. So those 2 attacks are going to be, first one is going to miss. The second one is going to be a 14.
That's my AC. So wait, coins of
Coins
fate.
of fate. Okay.
Sorry.
Coins of fate.
Coins of fate.
All right, the coins of fate come out in this battle of the bands. 1 hit of the drumsticks determined by the flip of a coin. Recklin, what's your
You
call?
say this is the tar pick of fate?
Oh, yes, that's what I'm saying. What's your call?
Destiny, if you will.
The pick of destiny.
Always. Oh yeah, always gotta run for
don't flip?
Flip it.
Flip it.
Flip it. Wait.
That's heads.
I knew it. Aha.
Very nice, very nice.
Coins have been very kind to us in the last.
Pick of destiny.
Pick a destiny.
I feel like I picked wrong like 3 times in a row most recently. But other than that, we've been doing great.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of rolls.
You're gonna take 24 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 24 points of damage.
Yeah, we're fine. This is cool.
That's half my HP.
Fair move. Out of my HP.
What's that, Mr. D6 hit point?
No.
Actually, I don't think anyone's closer. I'm sorry, but the bassist and keyboardist are also gonna run up and take strikes against Recklin.
Cowards.
Finally.
Well, okay, so there's actually not enough room for all 3 of them, so I'm gonna say
Yay!
just the
point.
bassist will start. Well, actually, I'm sorry. The bassist has ranged attacks. What am I saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you're taking 4 more attacks, Recklin.
Do it.
Okay, so the bassist starts using his bass.
Man, I really should have fucking put a shield up. I didn't realize it was gonna be 4 fucking
You are
attacks.
doing so good at distracting them from the other band. Think about how this battle's going.
I said 4 more attacks. That's like, it's a fair amount. It might be worth
so
it.
hard. It's
Not
like
gonna-
a cost fallacy. Like you've already taken 4 attacks too. So
I know it's not a sunk cost fallacy. It's I need to continue to stand. Having taken a few hits, decided that's a cool amount of blood. I don't think I want to bleed anymore. As a reaction, I cast shield.
Okay, you cast shield, you get that bonus to your AC. The keyboardist is just going to start blunt force traumaing you with the entire keyboard.
Jesus.
Very strong, very strong. And the bassist is going to start flinging picks at you through the strings of the bass.
Okay. That's cool.
4 attacks coming at you. First one misses. Second one is going to be a 21.
Yeah.
Third one is going to be a 11.
No.
Okay.
Wow, well, good thing I used my shield, guys.
Fourth one is going to be a 17.
Oh, good thing I used my shield, guys. Yeah. Shield.
Okay, so that's 2 hits against you. Okay, 2 hits against you. That is going to be 12 points of damage coming against you, Recklin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
As sort of like
Yeah.
little sharpened picks kind of embed inside of your body. Rock on.
That's just free merch.
That's free work.
Think about how much people will pay for this shit.
It's an investment.
Yeah, exactly. Even just 2 months down the line, that'll be so cool.
Yeah.
it's like collecting golf balls from the side of a golf course. You know,
And
it's gonna be worth it.
All this blood on my high-vis vest looks so rad.
That it does.
Okay, so after Salmonella Saturday is going to be Griff.
Griff gets up and just immediately is like, whoosh, armor up, and looks at Mickey and is like, stay down, okay?
Yeah, no problem with that.
Alright, time to go to work. And he's kind of inside glad that he has a reason not to be on this date right now. And then I'm going to use my bonus action, group up a bunch of my microbots and wings just spread out from the back of me, and I'll fly 10 feet in the air. Gonna kind of observe the situation for a second, and then fire kind of like a test arrow at the lead member of the band, Sammy.
Yes.
That is going to be 27.
A 27. I do believe that hits, my good sir.
I would like to believe it does. Whoa. And that is going to be, jeez, good dice. 11 points of damage against Sammy.
Okay, 11 points of damage.
Is he still standing on the stage?
Yes, all 4 of the band members are still on the stage. They kind of went off to the edge of the stage to take strikes at Recklin.
Okay, I want to move him, knock him off the stage with my swarm.
Oh, okay.
I can move him 5 feet horizontally in the direction of my choice, and I want to try to see if I can drop him onto the floor.
Sure, does he have to make a save for that?
Yes, he needs to make a strength saving throw DC 12.
Okay, let's do this. He rolled a 2.
Ooh. Okay, I can move him up to 15 feet.
God dang, 15 feet. It's pretty crazy.
So I'm just gonna like throw him off the stage. Like the microbots just swarm off the arrow. The arrow like breaks apart as it hits, and then grabs him and just like pulls him off the stage and throws.
Not cool, man.
So I'll pull him like right here.
You just like pull him into the crowd.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And then I'll use that to make my second attack against him. That is cocked, but it was a natural 20.
Oh.
Good on you for being fair, you know?
That one is going to be a 15.
A 15 is going to hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Your honesty has been rewarded.
And then that will be another 10 points of damage. And then I'm going to have him make another strength saving throw.
Just yoinking this guy.
Just chucking him around.
Okay, that one is going to be a 19.
Pass. Yeah,
Okay.
For sure pass.
Yeah, as you go to sort of pull him once again, both of your arrows knocked fire true right into him. As the microbots try to throw him off again, he sort of slams the spiked edge of his guitar on the ground and holds still. Is that all you want to do with your turn?
And then I'll also move across. Wait.
Yeah, can you
I
just...
can go under the stage, right?
Yes, so you're just going to fly under the stage?
Yeah, and I'll just be like underneath, hovering right at the... right around that level of the crowd.
Okay, so Griff flies underneath the stage, and following his wing trails is going to be Delilah.
To quote the new coolest member of the Shine Brigade, Ricky K.
Go by 2 names.
Ricky GK, right?
These guys are so derivative. They played their first set, and they like had all their cool instruments that we know and love from Sam Miller Saturday. They come up here to do their gloom thing and just like copy our full band setup. Like, what's up with that? Now that Sammy is in the audience, I don't feel safe taking shots at him because I don't want to accidentally hit Nikki or anyone else in the crowd. So how far away is the opposite stage from me?
The opposite stage, I'd say, is about a medium distance away.
Medium distance?
Yeah.
So I could, with 60 feet of range, I could...
You could
Okay, cool.
reasonably throw out.
Delilah's spiritual weapon is not conjured at the moment, so the thing that happens at the start of her turn won't happen, but she will use her bonus action to summon her spiritual weapon right there with the band, and having no better target, she's going to go for her opposite, the other basis.
Okay.
That is going to be 16 versus armor class.
16 is going to hit.
Cool. 6 radiant damage to the bassist.
Okay.
And that was her spell caster. She can't cast another spell during her turn. But her cantrip Toll the Dead has the same range. So she's gonna target the bassist who needs to make a wisdom 14 saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a failure.
Cool. That is going to be 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
So what that's going to look like is Delilah is playing this and she's feeling this like, these guys don't know these instruments. They're better off on cowbell xylophones. Like, what are they doing here? And with that kind of confidence that she knows her instrument better than her fellow bassist, she takes it with one hefty swing, hurls it directly at him. It's yellow in that it's bolstering, but it's kind of overwhelming, almost like a caffeine rush.
Sure.
As he begins to come down from this yellow light, automatically it begins to set into like a sugar crash, as the Toll the Dead just rings out, the ringing of the spiritual weapon making contact. You don't belong here. This is not your instrument. Like, put your bass down and go home. Which is going to be the necrotic damage.
So does Delilah go through her shine transformation when this all happens?
Yeah, she does. It's a crazy shine transformation because she's wearing like the same clothes, except they change color from being these blacks and these midnight blues. The blacks just burst with yellow light, and the midnight blues actually kind of stay the same. So the rips heal up, and this yellow light just kind of grows over it. A full sleeve of yellow and blue grows over her spiked arm. The spikes are still kind of sticking out of it though. And the asymmetrical hem at the bottom of the dress fills out again. And Delilah is a little uncomfortable in it, but she's fought so many bad guys now in it that she's beginning to grow used to it.
Okay, you have dealt some serious damage to the other bassist. You see that they drop the melodic tune that they're playing for a second, just getting hit by so much. And off of that, it is going to be Michael's turn.
So Michael is going to run up to the side of the stage that Delilah and all her bandmates are at and pull out of his bag an RC car that can drive up walls. I don't know if y'all remember that from being a kid, but there was this commercial where you would drive the car at the wall and it would go up the wall. This is one of those. It's got a cute little face on the windshield like the Cars movies, and I'm going to set him down, wind him up, and he's going to go up the stage into the middle of the stage, and this will be my Eldritch Cannon Protector, which I will be using my bonus action immediately to grant anyone within 10 feet of the turret 2d8 plus 4, now that it's synthetic oil pumped up, of temp HP. So everyone within 10 feet of the small car will gain 15 temporary hit points.
Okay, so that's going to be who? Delilah and Anise and the bandmates?
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Cool. The shield itself also, so the car is facing sideways, and it's a convertible. As the windshields roll up, this giant orange windshield appears as well, and just like blocks projectiles from hitting you.
Wow, that's so cool.
Okay, sweet. Michael, is that your turn?
I want to look at Sammy, and I've heard this word a lot today, but you know what? You're pretty derivative, honestly.
Shut up, old man.
Damn, he got me.
Now it is going to be the contested performance check between the two bands. Anise, Raven is slamming away at the drums, building to a crescendo, boom, 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 and then looks to you.
And given the signal, Anise pivots her body, swinging the flail around, and she yells out, "Light of time, breaking sound!" As she whips this thing harder than before, you see the head of the flail shine intensely with green light energy. She brings down the handle toward one of these big drum at the base. I'm forgetting the name. Kick drum. And the head like almost completely stops in the air as she's doing this. As she's about to make like contact with it, it just immediately like snaps forward, breaking the sound barrier and smacking this drum as she makes an attack at it, casting Thunderous Smite.
Oh my god.
On the drum.
On the drum, we're making lots of noise. To quote, "Your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet."
That's sweet.
We were smacking for that loud noise.
I want to say, Anise, go ahead and roll a d10. We're going to add that to the performance check that Delilah makes.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Is the drum set okay?
No, it is not okay. The drum that you hit is absolutely destroyed, but God, isn't that so punk? That's so punk.
That's 5. As she smacks this drum, it causes this like eruption of sonic boom away with the assistance of this drum, as if it's making it phase into existence. Her armor fully like forms as it washes over Anise, and you can see green sparks of light come out and join the blue and yellow energies for a moment that Delilah and her band have been making.
Anise, as you do this, all of you see this fog roll out from both of the stages. It could be fumes from the dumpsters, you're not sure. These stage lights pop on one at a time on both ends. These glimmering and beautiful lights, simple and not filled with power, but wondrous in their effect on the stage, all pop up at once. Delilah, go ahead and make your performance check. Add that 5 from Anise.
That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Okay, so they rolled a 19, which means
Got you.
That was so clutch.
which means that you are going to get the effect of a thunderclap.
We were all, Raven before this was doing a drum solo, and then he slams in there for the last one, and everyone else in the band was just like ready to come in right as the drum solo wraps up. Anise makes his thunderous smite, and I'd say like everyone in the building goes deaf just for the slightest second, you know, including the people on stage. But as the ringing in your ears subsides, we're already back and powering away. It's just like you regain the ability to hear sound again, and you are just filled with this incredible chorus of Crypt Gorgeous coming back in.
You know,
Oh yeah.
Air in the Night by Phil Collins. Literally that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a d6. Yes, a d6. That will be the damage that is done.
I got a 6.
Oh, okay, a 6. You hear that the bassist of the band says, "We're getting killed out here. We're supposed to be the good guys." Sammy says, "We are the good guys. Don't worry. Come on, push harder." Okay.
Your leader's name is Frown. You're not the good guys.
Are we the bad guys?
Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, last name withdrawn.
Yeah, you don't worry about it. Yeah, alright. Ricky G realizes he might have bit off more than he can chew. But that's kind of bunking away. He just looks over at this band in front of him. Power of art. Deconstruction. And I'm going to upcast, because I love doing that, Thunderwave to 3rd level. So I need everyone within 15 feet, which I'm guessing is these two,
Yeah.
to make a dex save.
Okay.
Or con save, because they're good at dex.
A con save. Okay. Gotcha. First one is going to be a 17. That is going to be for the keyboardist that rushed you.
Well, is that the
That is the one that is closest to you right now. Yeah.
Okay, well,
The second one is going to be for the bassist that was firing those picks at you. It's a natural one,
alright.
and so that will affect them.
Sweet. Alright, so the one that failed is pushed back 10 feet.
Okay.
That was I was like, ah.
You're just
like,
gonna boom.
Yeah, it was a thunder wave, so. And
Throwing
then.
him straight off stage.
Yes. So that is 12 points of damage, so 6 points of damage for this guy, and it's just like a general thunder damage, and the other guy takes the straight 12.
12 on the bassist. So yeah, go ahead and describe what you're doing.
Yeah, so as Reckless says, power of art, deconstruct. You can hear the HVAC unit on his chest start to rev up. This thing is rated towards some pretty high levels of RPM, and this is far beyond it. And Recklin just gets it. It's starting to shake. It's actually starting to make Recklin shake. He's getting it, and he just launches out a big HVAC blast, just poosh, right in front of them.
The keyboardist in front of you actually goes unconscious from this.
Yes.
Oh
shit!
Sort of, like flies forward. Ooh. The keyboardist and like falls backwards, like stiff as a board, stiff as a keyboard. The keyboard kind of falls off to the side. Some of the keys fall off of it. Sammy says, set 3, switch to set 3. And they start playing a different set that doesn't need a keyboardist. Is that all you're doing for your turn?
So the keyboard's in front of me.
Is unconscious.
Oh my god, guys! I want to do more, but I should probably just run away. Ricky T doesn't fucking run away though. Ricky T never run away. No, I'm good. No,
Yeah, it's okay. I taunted Sammy, so you're only dealing with the two bandmates.
I think so.
That's what
Yeah.
shield is for.
That's exactly what shield is for. You're completely correct. And with that, I am going to use a sorcery point to quicken a cantrip to do it as a bonus action. Because I did the other one previously as my action. And I am going to cast Frostbite, which will then activate my cold HVAC powers.
Rick Green original.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it on the bassist because he seems like he's been fucked up, and let's just take him out.
Okay.
So yeah, direct it at that. He needs to make a con save.
All right. Con save on my end.
Yes.
That is going to be a failure.
Perfect. All right. What happens is when it's like this RPM, it's like this huge HVAC blast. It required a bunch of cooling to not just immediately explode out. And then when Recklin suddenly like shuts it off, there's this excess of coolant that was previously using to cool the system, and he's just kind of like, just kind of like splashes it at the dude. Like, what are you gonna do?
So hilariously, that knocks the bassist unconscious. You see that as you shoot this blast of cold energy, this blast of light at them, they sort of just like freeze up in place. Cold fingers can't play a bass, and they fall over unconscious.
Nice.
Recklin rushes in. I have learned nothing. I was so close to a bad situation.
I'm sorry. How is the audience reacting to all of this?
The audience is going insane. Like,
Cheering, or they're scared for their lives?
no, they're cheering. I mean, this is like a battle and two bands playing at the same time, and they're fighting to the death. Like, that's crazy. That's dumpster warehouse territory
All right,
there.
yeah, it is a punk rock concert. You're right. Yeah, I should have.
The mosh pit is insane.
Several fights have broken out underneath.
Yeah. There's like 100 initiatives that I haven't even told you guys about. Okay, that is going to be a niece.
Okay, with the concussive force of the sonic boom just a moment ago, that has triggered something in Nice's head as the ringing in her ears kind of subsides and the music from Delilah and the rest of her band fills auditory space. She has unwittingly activated the Shine sense. In this moment, she's like looking around, hearing the roar of the crowds, feeling the thrill of the music, and being on the stage, this like intensity of emotion, even though she's standing there as like an imposter almost. She gets to share in that just a little bit. The amount of emotion going on here, is it how much is it like fueling Shine and Gloom for that matter?
Yeah, I
in this
mean,
area?
you can feel just a lot of excitement, a lot of this manic energy, this hype that's built around you. And in that sense, yeah, your shine feels like it's shining. It feels like it's very powerful in this moment.
And the other band, are they radiating with their own like strong emotion-filled gloom?
So I'd like you to make an insight check.
Or at least what's remaining of the band.
Right, honestly.
Now that Ricky G's been over there.
We got a spicy 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. I mean, Sam Manila Saturday came in already just crazy wackos.
Just crazy wackos.
Yeah, it's hard to tell one way or another.
Alright, cool. We're getting some sense of strong emotion from them, at least.
You know, if you look closely at the guitar that the head guitarist is holding, that Sammy is holding, you see that it radiates over and over again the exact same void shimmering that you've grown to know.
Okay.
You'd also get a ping of gloom from the power gauntlet that Delilah keeps on her.
Probably the cleats on. On Ricky K.
And the Clarence got a backpack.
Probably stop carrying around these dangerous artifacts, y'all.
Alright, well, with the emotion going on, even like getting that kind of from the guitar, he's gonna try something. She's gonna look forward and focus actually on the guitar, reaching an arm forward, and she's gonna say, "Light of time, slow the tempo." Flavor that as casting calm emotions on the other side of the stage, to kind of like dampen the gloom field.
Sure.
if you will.
Yeah, so is that a saving throw on my part?
That would be charisma save, which they probably have a lot of.
Yeah. That is going to be a 12.
That fails. Okay, nice. So technically, the spell can make target indifferent about creatures of my choice that it's hostile toward, but I feel like we're going more for some vibes here, some flavor vibes. So I'm gonna maybe ask you what that does.
Okay, so you cast this calming green energy to try to slow the tempo, to try to get through to this person if they are being controlled by whatever machinations surround void artifacts. You cast it on the person themselves, and you can see that perhaps some of their emotions have been dampened, but this wave washes over them of like, a little bit of confusion, a little bit of calm, and then they jerk into like a straightforward motion as their hands are placed on the guitar. It seems like whatever this thing is so strongly affecting emotions that even though you've affected the emotions of the person, the object is having some sort of effect over them.
Okay.
If
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Almost like the
totally.
guitar is playing him.
And with that insight, Anis's gonna just look around. Notice, Delilah's in the midst of her set. Griff is up in the air. Ricky K is at the other stage. But Michael's nearby. So she's gonna run over to the edge where Michael is at and just yell down to him, "We need to get their instruments away from them."
What did you say?
The instruments! They're playing the band!
Yes.
No, get the instruments away!
Okay.
Okay, after Nice, it is going to be the remaining 2 members of Salmonella Saturday. Salmonella Saturday. Man, they're just gonna keep taking strikes against Racklin.
Yeah, do it. I cast shield.
Guitarist is gonna.
I use my
run
ranged
up.
shield.
The drummer is going to fling more attacks at you. That's 4 attacks total that are coming at you.
Understood.
But I yelled at Sammy.
That's okay, I've got some healing coming your way.
The first one is going to be a 22.
Hits.
The second one is going to be a 19.
That is now my AC, so
Okay,
Coins of Fate.
Coins of Fate, that one.
In that one.
Third one is going to be a miss.
Okay.
Fourth one is going to be a miss.
Nice. Okay.
All right, heads or tails.
Pick
Coins
of
of Fate
destiny.
once again. The pick of fate. What will your call be?
I haven't been using my head in this fight at all, so it feels apropos to not use heads for this one. Tails, please, and flip it.
Tails? Okay.
Tails, yes.
That's heads.
Ah, I should have used my heads.
2 strikes coming against you, Recklin.
That's okay.
Wait, your heads? Whoa.
My heads.
You heard him right.
Okay, the first strike is going to be doing 13 damage to you.
I'm up by 1.
Second strike coming at you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yes, you are downed. The serrated edge of the guitar slashes against you. You feel your shine suit disappear, and you fall backwards unconscious.
Ricky G.
Recklin? Recklin!
Tell the crowd I'm ambivalent towards them.
Grip, your turn.
Wow, okay. Yeah, Recklin's just right there. I'm gonna look at him still playing his instrument over Recklin's body. And the sound coming off is just making me so angry now. I'm just hearing the guitar just grating through my ears with Recklin's body on the ground. I'm gonna cast Silence. Silence on Sammy.
Okay, you're casting on a Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
And what do I have to make?
No saving throw.
Oh,
For the duration, no sound can be created or passed through a 20-foot radius. Any creature inside the object is entirely immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while inside of it.
okay.
So he can't hear and he can't play any music.
Yeah, there is nothing in there. No sound, no nothing. The lone sound of drums echoes from the side of Salmonella Saturday.
And then I will go ahead and take my bonus action and cast Hunter's Mark on Sammy.
Okay.
Just getting ready for an attack.
So off of that turn, it is going to be Delilah.
Cool. First thing that happens, Delilah's personal amplifier kicks off in a 10-foot circle around where the base attacked. So the only target within that circle is the drummer.
Yes.
Needs to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Great. That is going to be a 14.
So Coins of Fate then.
Yes, I will cleanse a fate for myself.
Congested.
But you get to make the call.
Heads.
Heads, flip.
Yeah, yeah.
Heads.
Cool.
Good
Okay.
coins of fate.
That is going to be 2d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
7.
7 necrotic damage.
The personal amplifier is strapped to the base, gets thrown to and fro across this orange bridge, amidst this dissonant note of blue decay energy hitting the guitarist. And it's almost like the sound reverberates off the guitarist back into the bass, which then produces a beautiful note perfectly on key, which releases this yellow light, allowing Recklin to roll one of your hit dice if you choose. And because you're unconscious, you actually get the maximum roll out of that.
Nice.
So I believe that would be 6 HP to you.
Recklin's back in the game.
Yeah.
And after that happens, Delilah catches the bass again in her hand, and her attention turns towards Sammy. This is the Dumpster Warehouse. This is where some of the greatest bands in the history of punk rock have played. This is where the Unknowables played. This is where Lucas played. Salmonella Saturdays don't belong on this stage. Thinking that, Delilah takes one step closer onto the bridge.
Cool.
They're gonna pay for this. Delilah takes another step closer towards Sammy. And being in range now, she channels all this blue. She thinks of Lucas. She thinks how Lucas should have been on that stage instead of him. She's never felt darker in this moment. That's not quite true. She's felt it once when she was 7 in a hospital. She channels all of this dark blue light and casts blight on Sammy. He needs to make a Constitution 14 saving throw.
He failed.
He takes 8d8 of necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
45 necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
Sammy is unconscious. How do you picture this happening?
Yeah, it is. It doesn't even come from Delilah so much. Necromantic energy washes over a creature of my choice that they can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. It just decays in the truest sense, and I don't want it to outright kill him. I guess I don't know what his max HP is, but I think it latches on to the strongest essence in the targeted area, and that would be the guitar that he's holding. And I imagine that the decay energy washes over Sammy first, because visually that's who it seems like the target of the spell is. But as the necromantic energy washes over Sammy, and there isn't much there to decay, it quickly gravitates towards the guitar, the magic guitar that he's playing, as it just decays it into its like raw components. It looks like 100 years just washes over this guitar in an instant as entropy takes its course on it.
You see that it dissolves into nothing. Sammy takes one step backwards and tries to yell, but there's only silence. He falls backwards, unconscious.
So with that done, Delilah's gonna use her bonus action to throw her spiritual weapon at the drummer.
Hey, wait.
What is it?
I'm straight up done with this band. Like, drops the drumsticks, they clatter on the floor.
Delilah holds it for a second. She knows she threatened him not to make a commotion here. She thinks about it. They shouldn't be on this stage. Raises the bass to throw it. Get off this stage and never come back.
Nope. It will do. Yep. I'll just see myself out.
The crowd erupts in cheer. I mean, it's like both a show and a musical performance. You know, it's electric. They're yelling. There's still fighting going on in between the mosh pit. People are still banging their heads. Members of your band are still playing. Everything just seems metal as gloom. And Delilah, with the opposing band defeated, what would you and the band like to do?
I imagine the orange bridge of light begins to dissipate, which
Yes.
Delilah is standing on. So she quickly, with her mirthful leaps feature, which I'm just getting so much mileage out of this campaign.
Oh yeah.
So she is going to kick up into the air and do a flip and land back like one hoof on the ground, one knee on the ground, and just like the band keeps playing. Yeah, and they're just gonna keep doing their thing. Keep rocking out, keep putting on a show.
Okay. You put on a phenomenal show. It's one that you've always wanted to put on at a venue like this. It's one that you think would have made your brother proud. The show continues for probably far longer than it should have. Not because the music isn't rocking, but because it's now 3 a.m.
That coffee's starting to wear off. Michael is just falling asleep standing up.
The band plays one last song after being called on for an encore. Delilah, you and the band sort of reminisce backstage about the show that you played, the energy in the room, and just the fact that you're here. You're here at the dumpster warehouse. There's something very special about that. After the show, you see that your mother tries to approach you. You see that she's holding what looks like a bass guitar.
Yeah, Delilah's not gonna move away from it. She's feeling pretty confident. She's firmly asserted this is her territory. So
She sort of takes a seat next to you. I imagine you're sort of in this back area where, there's like, food set out for the band, and sort of the back area where like all the wires are, and there's like couches that have seen a lot of use in their time.
yeah, I think we're full on an after party mode. So there's beers, everyone's just drinking, having a good time. Like I imagine the Shine Brigade's been invited back already too.
It's getting kind of late.
3 in the morning.
If you're feeling tired, Michael, you can go take a nap out in Rocco's aunt's van.
Michael will go take a nap in Rocco's aunt's van.
Yeah, so Delilah's sitting there. It's this big leather couch that's been here for way too long. You know, like you sink into it when you sit down in it. The leather's got tears in it all over the place. You'd hate to take a black light to this couch. And yeah, Delilah's mom, I guess, has found a spot on the couch next to her. Delilah's not going to make the first word.
Delilah, dear, that was quite the show.
Yeah, that's pretty much how all of them go, really.
It was wonderful. I don't think I've ever seen you so passionate about something.
I think that's because you're always so wrapped up in your passions. Never take a look past the easel. I just really wish we could have played this gig because of my passion, because we're that good.
I never had any doubt that you were good, Delilah. I guess I don't understand how to be in your life. I feel like when I push too hard, I cause troubles, and when I don't push hard enough, you just fade away from me. I'm sorry, for what it's worth. I thought that you would be thrilled.
Do you really know what this place is, Mom? This is the last place Lucas played before the accident.
I see.
It's been 17 years now, and I barely hear his name come out of your mouth.
I didn't want it to be. I didn't want this cloud to hang over us. I didn't want your life to be just that. And so you have to move on eventually, right? Delilah, I miss Lucas. Of course I do. I find that I think about him every day, and it breaks me. I cope in the ways that I can, but it breaks me. And I didn't want you to be broken too, and so we tried to forget.
We're all broken, Mom. Forgetting that we're broken does nothing.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep making a difference. Those people, my bandmates on the stage with me tonight, I saved them. I saved my friends. Ricky G went down, but he's not dead because of me. These people are my family now, and I'm not losing a single one of them.
I'm glad that you have people, Delilah. Do you know who taught Lucas how to play the bass? Do you think it was your father? That man can't carry a tune at all. This is my old bass. Played it sometimes. Taught him the basics. I put it away because I couldn't stand to look at it. I'm sorry for the way that I failed you, but I hope that there's room in your life for me.
I didn't know that.
I think there's probably a lot about Lucas that you didn't know. Maybe I can tell you some stories sometime.
I think Delilah is starting to tear up here. She can barely say it over her voice breaking, but she says, "That's all I've ever wanted." And I think she's gonna kind of give her mom a hug.
She hugs you back. Griff, you stand in the center of the dumpster warehouse with Nikki, who's looking a little bit tired, when you receive a phone call. It's an unknown number.
I think in this moment, throughout the course of the concert, Griff is kind of relaxed, winning the battle, being in his element. What has strangely become his element. He's just kind of, at some point when the crowd started to clear out, he just kind of laid down on the floor, and he's now just having his little microbots fly around, and Fairy Fire just kind of casting little light shows above him, like spinning around, and he's just talking with Nikki, and then bringing his microbots back together into this new mirror image and kind of playing with it and having his mirror image do all like the silly dancing that he couldn't bring himself to do during the concert. And he's just happy, content, talking, chatting, and messing around with this tech, showing Nikki the way that it works and all the work he put into it. So he picks up this phone call, he looks at it and he doesn't want to pick up. He's busy. He always picks up his phone. And then he kind of snaps back to reality as the last ring comes in. This could be Jason or his dad or somebody. So he probably should take this, and kind of comes back to himself. He'll pick up the phone. Hello?
Griff, I need you to clear the center of the warehouse. Don't ask any questions. And then beep.
What?
So wait, he knows you're at the dumpster warehouse?
I'm gonna need everyone to move. I'm gonna need everyone to move.
You sort of make a clearing at the center of the warehouse, and not 30 seconds later, you hear a crashing of glass. You see a flash of machismo as Jason Ivy flies from the ceiling of the dumpster warehouse. He has like this parachute on that sort of flitters in the wind. He cuts it off with a knife. He falls to the floor and does a barrel roll like in midair to like catch himself, and then sort of like stands in like a superhero stance on the floor. Griff, I know where your dad is. That's where we're going to today's session.
Delilah has been to shows at the dumpster warehouse countless times in her life, but she'll never forget the very first time she visited those hallowed, dingy, grime-encrusted halls. Lucas had gotten the biggest gig that his band had ever played. Delilah had begged and begged her parents to let her go. Of course, they refused. A late-night concert deep in the industrial district was no place for a 5-year-old. However, her 6th birthday was coming up, and any attempt to discern what she wanted for a present was met with pleading requests to be able to go to the concert. It was impossible to deny such requests for long. Perhaps her parents thought she would forget after they said yes. Maybe they hoped she would fall asleep soon after getting to the venue, or better yet, before they left. Neither of Delilah's parents could possibly imagine how desperately she wanted to see her brother on that stage. And so, on the eve of her 6th birthday, Delilah and her father stood in the back alley of the dumpster warehouse. No respectable bouncer would let a child into the front of a music venue known primarily for its jaw-breaking mosh pits and ear-shattering volumes. However, there was no stopping a determined Delilah armed with a VIP pass from getting into the back. She ran into the green room and gave Lucas a huge hug.
Hey there, Lila. Glad you could make it after all.
Dad and I get to watch you play tonight!
Sweetheart, it's looking pretty rough out there. Maybe we should head back home now that you've seen your brother.
No, Dad! I want to see Lucas play! Lucas, you want me to watch, right?
You know I'm glad to see you, Lila, but I don't know if this is the best place to be right now. Aren't you feeling kind of sleepy?
No! I want to watch you play! I'm here to watch you play! I want to watch you play!
Hey, Lucas, I think the opener's finishing up. We should get ready to head on.
Right on. Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right out. Listen, Lila, I'm glad you could make it, but I don't want you here right now. This isn't the best place for you to be. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow I'll play some songs just for you. I'll let you play with my bass and I'll sing you happy birthday. How's that sound?
No! I want to watch you play tonight! You told me it's the big show and I want to see the big show!
Come along, Delilah, sweetie. Your brother needs to go to the stage. Let's head home and get you to bed, shall we? Sorry to disturb you, son. Break a leg tonight. Rock on.
Delilah's father threw her over his shoulder and began to make for the exit. Lucas grabbed his bass and turned away to walk on stage. He stopped and looked over his shoulder at Delilah one last time. A conflicted look crossed his face before he flashed her a smile that said, "Everything is going to be all right," before he turned back and exited the room. Over the speakers, the last thing Delilah heard was,
Give it up for our headliners, the Unknowables!